You're listening to Say It Common. I'm just saying the waffle, as a waffle, is absolutely obnoxious. Hey, this is just a song that fits in between genres. We're really trying to tell you that we're down-home folks without saying we're country, because we don't want the connotation of being good old boys.
I trade my truck for an iPhone 1. Turns out it was stolen and no longer worked.
No.
The gods don't interfere with what may or may not be a cursed weapon. She didn't care when freaking a demon was in our party. Why would she give a crap about a cursed act?
That's funny.
What are you doing? Oh my God! What is happening?
This is why we did Say It Common, just for these kind of moments right here.
All right, you're listening to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. I'm AJ Cannon.
Seth Templin.
Tyrell Merle.
K-Woo.
Wow, like we never left. Yeah, and then also this episode, as always, is brought to you by Tiger Skull RPG.
Tiger Skull.
So go check them out. They have a Kickstarter going right now for the Scattered Remains. It's really cool. Go look at it on Instagram and follow some links to Kickstarter. It's at Tiger Skull RPG. And you can use our code Commoners30 for 30% off everything at TigerSkullRPG.com. Yeah.
Cool.
Commoners, all caps. Also, follow us on social media and Twitch and YouTube and all that. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
If we haven't lost anybody because we've been gone for 16 months.
No, they're all still there. We got more people than ever.
Thank you.
We're almost to 10,000 listens. If we'll put out episodes, we'll get more listens, you know. But yeah, we've got...
Hey, I'm taking responsibility for July. Tyrell was supposed to do something. He just didn't do it.
I had something.
It was it was me.
Oh, it's AJ.
Well, here's the deal.
Do better.
Here's what needs to happen. Y'all need to figure out a way to play without me. And that way, you can do stuff without me.
No, I refuse.
I'll see that puts all the pressure on me. And that's
right where I want all the pressure. Right on you.
Because there's going to be two Saturdays a month I can't play, and then if I have a show on
Just
one
get
or two of the
married
other
already, bro. Get her here.
It's a work in progress.
We really don't want to be here if you're not here.
Never fails.
No, it's because I've made myself indispensable by being the only person that knows how to record it. Other than that,
it is
no one
your
cares
fault.
if I'm
You
here.
don't want us to help you. If you just
That's
if you
just because
say,
no, that's
Kale,
not the case.
could you please come over here and assist me so I can teach you the ways, and I would learn the ways, and then we'd never need you again. Then
Exactly. Then nobody would even want me around.
No, that's
No, that is true. That's exactly what it would be if it.
no,
I think it is.
that's not true at all.
Seth's on the phone, and we've got some stuff we're going to talk about here in a minute. But instead of
Stay single.
just
stay strong.
Tyrell's the only one at the table that's single right now.
Mm-hmm. Look at him. He looks ripped. He looks sick. Seth's over
Is that
there
a
on the
fresh
phone.
haircut, Ty? Yeah, that looks. Ooh, some sharp
I
edges
cut
on
it
that.
myself, except for the back.
You cut it yourself? Who cut the back?
My mom.
Wow. Tyrell cut his hair himself. Look at him.
It looks fantastic.
Well, all I did was it wasn't very hard. Just
Put a guard on there. Well, you got a little fade up the side though.
I layered it kind of.
Yeah. Well, that's not any easy thing to do. I would never attempt that.
How many females do you have on speed dial?
The question is not how many he does have, but how many he could have.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Looking fine, my friend.
That's all I'm saying. He's better looking than everybody
He's got
else.
a dump truck butt. Can cut his own hair. Loves Skyrim. Absolutely.
I saw this video today. It's so funny. It was this girl, trying to be provocative, and she was saying, if me and you had 24 hours together, what would we do or whatever? And it cuts away. It cuts away to some YouTube video of Tamriel lore, and the guy saying, "Welcome to series or video 1 in this 5 video series of beginning lore." And
Fudge Muppet or something like that.
I don't know, but it was the most boring thing ever, and it just had this like world map of Tamriel up there. That's what we're gonna do with our 24 hours. I'm gonna teach you all
so
about
funny.
Skyrim.
Sex is so overrated.
Anyway, yeah, it'd be Tyrell.
Well, I've been playing Diablo 4. absolutely just
That
murdering
just came
it.
out or something, didn't it?
Yeah, well, like month or two, yeah, something like that.
Okay, compare me Diablo and WoW. What's the difference?
Oh, there's a huge difference, huh?
It's not an MMO. For
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Diablo's not. It's just like a
No, and it's
solo campaign game.
Yeah, the whole gameplay is different. It's like a mini version of World of Warcraft, power wise, and it's just straight third person and
Oh, it's third person.
second third person.
Don't get Tyrell started on Baldur's Gate.
Have you played it?
I haven't yet.
The new one?
Yeah.
Is it out?
Yeah.
What? I thought it didn't come out till.
Nah, it might not be
I
out.
think it's out on PC.
It's on.
only.
Is that on PC? It's not out on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's not on PlayStation. I think it comes out today. I think.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm pretty
What is
sure.
it? 60?
Yeah. It's the greatest game ever made.
Oh, yeah,
That's
you
what.
sh- you showed
That's
it to
not
me.
my words. That's what.
Yeah.
That is like everyone.
Yeah.
They're saying it's the greatest game
It's
ever made.
Like one of the highest grossing games on Steam. Period. Like
Wow,
ever.
really?
Yeah, ever.
Why are you not into it?
Turn-based combat,
We're playing D&D.
over the top, fourth-person view.
Like that. 125 hours of cinematic.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want from a Dungeons and Dragons game. I want to not know it's Dungeons and Dragons. I want it to be like I'm in there. It looks like Skyrim, but I'm in D&D, and it's
Oh,
just
the graphics are better than Skyrim.
first or third person,
Yeah.
and regular combat. Just give me my powers, give me some spells, whatever.
It's not D&D though. It's not like it's. I mean, this is. like
That's
D&D.
what makes it not
understand.
interesting to me. If I'm going to play a video game, I want it to be a video game. I don't want it to be the board game on the screen
Yeah,
with graphics.
that's fair.
One of the biggest things about this game is that I like is that it actually has co-op, and you can actually create a campaign. You can start out from the very beginning and go through the whole
That
game
is
as a
cool.
campaign.
I do wanna
Four
play it.
players, yeah.
But
four players.
I have
4
played.
players. You got a computer?
No, I have a PS5.
You
It's
do
not
have a
cross-play.
computer.
Well, I do have a
PC, but I
computer,
don't
but
know
my
if it's gonna
computer
handle.
would burn up trying to run that game.
Mine too, probably.
What were you going to say, Seth?
I understand. I played. Me and Dustin used to play one of Larian Studios' other games, Original Sin Divinity 2. And it is fun, but the turn-based combat, maybe it's better on a computer, but with a controller, this might be a kind of game you actually do want to play on a PC. Because, like, I don't know. But it does look beautiful. It looks really good. And it is D&D. Like it is, they have made it, and this was Larian's thing. I heard him talking about it. They're like, if you have never played Dungeons and Dragons, you play this first, and you want to try Dungeons and Dragons, you can make your character. It's every bit. It
Very
is
customizable.
It rolls the dice. Everything that you do is just like playing a D&D game. They even have a dungeon master on there who is like narrating the story to you.
And it all depends on your choices, like whatever you choose to do.
I also don't like, and I can tell you this from playing Warriors of Waterdeep, which is no longer available. It's not a game anymore. I have the app on my phone. You can't play it. The server does not exist, which is not. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed because I was pretty into that game. But from playing Warriors of Waterdeep, there's so much stuff that when you're trying to grind through these dungeons, it all comes down to like you've got to time everything right. Do this attack on this turn so you can use this other person's attack because it's a party of 4.
Yeah, that's why the Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, you're controlling all 4 of them though, and it's turn based. Well, in order to beat a lot of the bosses, it's just kind of luck of the draw a little bit. But then if you get in there and you're almost everything's timed out right, and then miss, just fail. Yeah. For no reason.
Yeah, that's kind of the way Baldur's Gate is.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be failures. There's no execution of the
rolling
buttons.
a 1.
Yeah, it's rolling
a natural 1.
Yeah,
I know, but that's the good thing about video games. It's like when I execute properly, it should result well.
This is a D&D game because like everything you do does roll a dice, and you get to see the dice roll, and it's not just hidden. Like you don't know why you missed.
I need to watch some video. I haven't even watched gameplays. I
You
really
should.
should. I shouldn't be adding.
Baldur's Gate's
I shouldn't be adding input because I don't know.
It looks
but
really good.
Tyrell's told me a lot about it. And
Some of it, I'm like,
I think I don't know like how well it would go. Say if y'all wanted to stream it or something, like all 4 of you trying to play it, I don't know how well that would translate. But people are streaming. It's like the most streamed game right now, isn't it? I think.
some of it, and some of it's extreme. Like there are some highly, how to put it, I guess, sexualized content in the game. I mean,
Yeah, you can have sex with a bear.
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
It's a
with
druid
this.
or something. I
And
think.
mind flayers are on the table as well.
Yeah, I heard some weird stuff.
on the table.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Well, what do you expect from this crap?
It's just like yeah, I'm banging any bear that I can. For sure.
It's a druid, but
Yeah.
It reminds me of the game. Hold on.
And it's a druid who has relations with the bear, right?
no, it's your whatever your character is at the time.
Yeah, okay,
with
that's
the
so
druid.
weird.
Yeah.
So weird. That's the only one I've heard about, though.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day.
Pathfinder,
I don't want to distract from the Baldur's Gate conversation if we're still having this
Spellforce.
conversation.
That's it.
But I've seen that and almost downloaded it before.
Spellforce?
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool.
Have you play it?
Yeah.
Is it turn based or is it just like a?
Kinda turn-based, but
I'm
not
just
really.
not
It's,
into turn-based.
It's not really. I say it's kind of turn-based because you have like three main characters. Like these are your three dudes. You ever play like Civilization or
No.
Yeah,
StarCraft?
Oh, you're
stuff
controlling
like
more
that?
than one person.
Yeah, like you're building an army and a huge base and everything, and you're constantly
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to take
no.
more and more
Yeah,
land.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Fire
Yeah.
Emblem. I grew up on Fire Emblem, and that was turn-based. I loved that.
I mean, I played, what was that, on the original, like, Super Nintendo, was it Dragon Quest? Something like
That's
that.
a game.
Yeah.
Something like that. That was
That's
a
a game.
long,
Here's my question.
Quest was more like Skyrim. Go ahead.
it's turn-based.
When was the last time a game came out that had like longevity?
This one, Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, that's going to be Skyrim.
I think this is the next Skyrim.
World
I
of
think.
Warcraft, it
People
is
keep
Skyrim.
saying that. I felt like Hogwarts was going to be it, and then I feel like it's not there.
I would say
Elden
Elden Ring.
Ring.
It was supposed to be that, and I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
did.
fallen off big time. Yeah.
I feel like everything that's coming out is falling on its face.
One reason that Elden Ring has fallen on its face so hard is because they won't release the freaking DLC. That's why.
Yeah, that you've got to at this point,
And they're not going
which-
to release it until next year.
was the game just not big enough to?
Oh, it's huge.
But it's not big enough. The story's not long enough to.
It's not that it's not, the story's not good. The story is amazing if you get into it. It's just that, like, there's not enough. There's so much stuff and everything's spread out so far across the map. It's hard to get back into the game for replayability purposes because you got to go through so many bosses to get everything again.
This is my problem with the Dark Souls and the Elden Ring style movies. I don't know what the story was. No clue.
Okay, so
If you're not telling it to me, like Skyrim does a good time. You pretty much know what side quest you're on, what the story of whatever thing is.
Yeah.
But if you don't tell me, like, because you have to read things, you have to read books and stuff, I ain't doing that.
yeah, that's where like Miyazaki is like renowned in his games for the way they tell stories is in the items, like the weapons. Every weapon has a story to itself, and you can
That's
piece
dumb.
it together.
I can't
How it
immerse
goes.
myself in Dark Souls and Elden Ring. You know, it's just.
Well,
not-
Tyrell can. That's why I was really confused about Elden Ring. Like he played it, but then it was like hey, he just doesn't play it anymore.
You just finish it. Kind of.
I played it here like a week ago.
And
or
you've
something.
played Dark Souls. It was Dark Souls 3, your main one that you
Yeah,
played.
Dark Souls 3 I played
that
for
at
like 5 years straight, but it's mainly before the PvP though.
You play for the PvP.
Yeah, I played
Just
for the
like
PvP.
crap on kids.
Games really don't hit like they used to.
I think we're getting old.
Well, I'm waiting for one that will. I'm hoping Spider-Man 2. Like I'm hoping
looks
that'll
good.
be as good as Spider-Man. I thought Miles Morales wasn't very good. It's really short.
It was a glorified DLC. I said that at the time.
Yeah, it kind of a DLC.
glorified DLC.
Still fun to play, but like I started playing Spider-Man again the other day because I was going to play it before Spider-Man 2 came out, and I haven't finished it again. I got pretty far, but yeah, that was the last game I was real excited about while I was playing it. Everything since then has just kind of been like,
Red Dead Redemption 2 was
Yeah.
that way. They just re-released Red Dead Redemption 1, didn't they?
are they
Yeah.
going? Have they? Or are they going?
I think they have.
because I would like to play both of those games.
I would like to play Red Dead Redemption.
I had Red Dead on Xbox 360. I never finished it because
Mm-hmm.
I had it. I was playing a bunch of stuff. I was playing a lot on Xbox 360 right before the PS5 came out because I couldn't get a PS5. So I was just playing old games. You could get them really cheap at the time, like at Walmart. I bought Red Dead for like $10 or something. And I was playing it, and I never finished it. And then I got a PS5 and been playing other stuff. And I looked the other day because I thought, well, maybe I can download it. It's not on premium.
Maybe
for
it's
free.
They've done something.
You can
They've just
download
done
Red Dead
something.
Redemption 1, but you have to pay something for. I don't remember. It was way too high for what.
I
it
think it
is.
was a full price game. I think they charged $60 for it.
Yeah, for the first one.
Yeah.
And it's not the remake yet, as far as I know.
I thought it was the remake.
If it was the remake, I might consider it.
I don't know.
Did you see that Weird West game? Have you seen anything?
You've told me about Weird West. You told us about
No,
that.
no, that's a different one that I thought about.
You
playing.
told us about Weird West, though.
Yeah, Weird West. It's like an over-the-top thing, but it's open world, and it's like it's kind of like I think it's kind of like an Eldritch horror Wild West game
We've talked
with magic.
about this.
It looks cool.
We did this. We talked about that on a
On a Satan Common?
on the road
Oh, okay.
going to Texas.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I still haven't tried that game. Thought it looked interesting and haven't played that. Anywho, sorry, I got off the.
But yet, from what I've seen of Baldur's Gate, like the classes in that game look really cool because like the Totem Barbarian, they've taken in that game and they've combined all the totems into one class, and it's called a Wild Heart Barbarian.
Okay.
And I think they might have changed it, tweaked a little bit with it, but like
Like
basically
all the different animal totems
Yeah.
you can have, it's all one.
yeah, it's all one thing.
That's super powerful.
When you
Yeah.
level up, every time you level up, you can change the totem to like a different totem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just pick. You don't.
Yeah, but like every
You go with
time.
one at a time.
That's smart for a
Yeah.
game.
And like the bear totem still has the same effect, where like negating all damage except for psychic or whatever.
So you could run bear totem at one time, then you could change to
Wolf
tiger
totem.
Yeah.
or wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of totems that were in some of the other
What's the
books.
other one?
Oh yeah,
There's several other ones I can't
Eagle.
remember. Eagle, and then there's like a deer or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I literally think you could get on and make Quincy, and you could make Thrin,
Yeah.
and you could have your exact like up to level 12.
Bladesinger is not a thing in that game
Oh,
as
it's
of
not?
yet. As of yet.
It will be.
That's the thing. They could probably add so much downloadable stuff to that game.
Yeah.
Every time something comes out in a book, they can put it into the game.
I don't know if they're gonna do
DLC.
DLC or like pay to play or whatever. Well, not really pay to play, like add-ons that you have to
That's
buy.
what's really surprised a lot of people is they're not being they're not being scummy.
Yeah, and it's like super big. The whole game is freaking ridiculous.
Oh, it's not like microtransactions?
Nope.
It is free roam to a certain extent. Like you go through acts, from what I understand. There's like Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, and like you can roam around the whole map and you figure out like what's going on in each part of the map, and you can solve like different puzzles or whatever's going on in the quest line.
Does it look like the game board off of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands?
No, it looks like a legit, like entire real world kind of thing.
So
going
it's like you're running around Skyrim.
You can talk to
yeah, but from the top down.
Yeah, but from top down.
Is it that big?
It's pretty big.
I haven't
need to look at
seen
some-
anything. I need to watch some. Hey, did Starfield come out like yesterday or something?
I think it is out now because I've been seeing people playing it. That's what I was watching a while ago. Actually,
That's what I thought that was. I thought it might just be a trailer.
I thought that y'all said Dustin was wanting to do a 1 year play of Dead by Daylight, the 28th, and I was planning on getting my thing out, but I had a whole bunch of college homework, and no one ever said anything, and he's ended up. Are you playing the? Is he playing that solo? What's been going on lately?
Exo Primal?
No.
Borderlands?
Yeah, Borderlands.
No, we're all four.
Oh, y'all all four doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing a playthrough of Borderlands.
That's cool. One?
Yeah.
We're on one
Very
right now.
cool.
We're going
Very
to
cool.
maybe do all of them.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to what was that? The Dull Headlands or whatever it was last night.
We're like level 20 something already.
That's very cool.
When are you going to get back on?
I almost was going to that day, and I've not even turned on my PlayStation.
Yeah, the other day Malachi was like, his Seth been on his PlayStation in about 7 months. Have you played anything?
No.
Like, not even on your own time? You haven't
No.
even you haven't turned on the PlayStation?
Nope.
Man, you need to get back on some DVD runs with
I
us.
know. I want to. I still watch a lot of DVD content.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre looks really good. Have you looked at any of that gameplay? That looks really fun.
Oh, is that a whole game? Mm-hmm. Is it DVD basically?
It's 4 survivors versus 3 killers.
Oh God!
It's Malachi's like dream.
Oh yeah, he's always saying like 20 survivors and a couple, 2 or 3 killers.
But it's specific. But I think that they are going to add more killers to the game. So you got Bubba, of course. I mean, and then
Is your phone ringing?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, they got some stuff in there from in Baldur's Gate for Xanathar's Guide, like class wise, subclass. There's the what's that ranger? It's the one. It's like you're invisible to anything.
Gloomstalker.
Gloomstalker. Yeah, that's in there. That's one of the subclasses.
That's a cool class. But they don't have just everything that's ever been.
Your subclass for Quincy is in there.
Wild Soul?
Wild Soul is in there. Yeah. Because I remember the one guy I was watching. He's like, "Yeah, I can shoot laser beams out of my chest."
Yeah.
It's like one of the things.
I kind of am interested to see like what they make some of the spells look like, some of the effects and things like.
The
what
spells
special
are
powers
cool.
look like.
Spells are cool. Like I never really thought about like how when you're casting spells in D&D, like your characters like be screaming out like these like
Yeah.
magic words. You know, like I think
Yeah.
like whenever they fire fireballs, like ignis or something like that, and like they shoot a fireball out, and it's like this huge explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people do like ridiculous traps. Like they'll like set up like explosive barrels, and they'll throw them like all around like an enemy camp or something. If they're like friends with
Yeah.
the enemy, and then they'll just throw a fireball right in the middle of it. It's like a chain reaction
Oh,
explosion,
gosh.
killing everybody in the camp. There's like literally every single player's handbook wizard subclass in there. There's a lot of different cleric subclasses.
Is it limited to like a 4-man adventuring party?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there is, yeah.
Are we back on Baldur's Gate now?
Yeah, I was just telling them what stuff that's
Yeah,
in.
dude, it's gonna be sick. I'm so ready for Baldur's Gate. Oh,
We need to get you hooked up, dude.
Why are you not streaming?
I mean, when am I gonna have the time? When am I gonna?
You play games, don't you?
on the weekends.
Stream on the
Stream
weekends.
it.
Just
Record
when you
it.
play a game, stream it.
And-
I'm starting recording my chess games.
I would
And
just
you're
want
putting it on
like,
our page. So that's what you guys have been doing this whole time, just making random videos on your
I
own
am.
time of your stuff and.
yeah.
posting
If
it.
you
I
want
can't play with them, so I
But
wouldn't.
if you want to like, if you want to be like, yeah, Kyle streams Saturdays at 2 p.m. for a couple hours or whatever. If you want to do that, or you can just record it.
You play whatever you want.
You can record it. We can put it on YouTube. Dustin's got all that hooked
I
up.
just decided I'm gonna go back through all my games and start playing all the games I never played. Like I just started Fallout 4, so I could do that.
Anything. It's all content.
I always like when I thought we were actually gonna make this a business and like be streamers for.
Yeah, before AJ got a girlfriend.
That has nothing to do with streaming.
Yeah, okay.
Before I had 2 kids.
We haven't seen you in
you
6
know.
months. Steal my girl's name and then she steals you.
I think Dustin might have had a Brianna before you had a Brianna.
Yeah.
That's true.
Name stealer.
Yeah, that's true. I am also garbage.
Are they all three different though, or did y'all figure out that y'all are the same?
I think our two are the same.
Okay, yeah. Dustin's is weird. You're not weird, Brianna. I'm just saying your name's spelled different.
You're weird.
All the Briannas are weird, I'm sure.
You couldn't let me have it, huh?
I met Brianna once.
Couldn't let me have it.
I met AJ's Brianna once. Me and Cynthia went on a date night to some.
Yeah, I forgot you did meet her.
Yeah, we met her. Yeah.
How is she?
She's fine. It's cool. Yeah.
I mean, we talked for like 30 seconds.
30, 40 seconds. Yeah.
She come across as like abusive.
I was worried about AJ. I was.
You think he's different whenever he's around us?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He is acting kind of scared. So I don't know. We're gonna have to
I'm
look
just
into
not
that.
saying anything.
Mental note. AJ.
You're not moving to Tulsa, are you?
No.
Okay.
She lives in Tulsa?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what? Why are you doing that?
This is the issue, dude. This is the problem. Like when she's here, I don't really want to take 8 hours to come play D&D.
No, absolutely not. That makes sense. But like, yeah. What are you doing? She's living
She
in Tulsa.
can't play with us.
Why?
She doesn't know how to play. We don't
Neither do
have
I.
anybody else playing that doesn't know.
I literally am. I need you guys to reteach me tonight how to play this game.
Anyway,
AJ said that about himself tonight too.
I'll make her play sometime. Your phone's ringing again.
Saturdays for the boys, man.
Let's just
Saturdays
pause.
for the
Let's
boys.
just pause.
I just,
Okay.
you know, I swear, 50 years ago they didn't have this issue. They didn't have this issue. Not only did they not have cell phones,
No.
women didn't speak up like they do now. When we said Saturdays was for the boys,
It was for the boys.
Saturdays was for the boys, or someone was getting hit, and that's just a fact. That's a cold hard fact.
Is it misogyny, I sense?
Until they can get on the internet and find the right piece and replace it correctly. Yes, I heard that.
I need to start bringing my camera so I can set up. Mm-hmm. I need to set my phone up right now and take a video.
Yeah.
You just got to have short form content. You have to.
was going to look online. I heard that.
I hate it.
Well, if you just put up, funny clips from the podcast and YouTube short,
I know, I just hate supporting the idea
don't
of
know why you're
short
talking to
forms
me about
content because it's like
I'm not the owner.
attention span shortening
Well,
crap.
Why are they calling you about that?
They can, I reckon. That's their prerogative.
Believe me, I
mean,
watch
I don't
my
know.
fair share of shorts. I do.
yeah, all right,
Love
yeah.
you.
Well, they
Are
suck,
those
they
like the
suck you in.
TikTok videos, the 3-second ones?
Yeah, just
drive me insane because it's always something really interesting that's
Well,
done.
that's the thing. It's just like, you know, what people do now. Like, you can stumble upon stuff so much easier because of the short form stuff. Like, if you're putting up 2-hour-long YouTube videos, people aren't ever going to watch it. But if you're on a YouTube short and you get something recommended to you that's 30 seconds.
There's two kinds of people. There really is. Because
Well,
I go out of my way to watch long
No,
videos.
I do too. If it's something I already know,
Yeah.
but or like if it's something I want to learn about or whatever. But the deal is nobody's going to click on a 2-hour stream. You know, probably not.
YouTube's
anyway.
probably not even going to show it to people.
Yeah, that's the deal. You can get the thing about the short stuff is you get the recommended crap all the time. If you're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, it just recommends you on your For You stuff. So we could slide onto people's stuff, and if it gets likes, it stays in the algorithm. That's why you'll have somebody that has one short form video that has thousands of views. We've had that happen before
I don't
because
see
people
those.
just stumble into it.
I only get to see them every now and then when they pop up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's why they're so irritating because they're usually so good.
I one of the last times we did Say It in Common, remember when you had my motorcycle helmet on? Yeah, I just panned around the room and you were sitting there. It got like 2,000 views or like 1,400 views on a YouTube short. And so me and Dustin were like, we've got to do more of those. And so Dustin started clipping them and putting like one a week or something up, and they get a few hundred, but nothing's hit like that. No, we did have one. He had a Hogwarts Legacy video that did really good. But the problem is they don't result in follows. They result in likes and views. They don't result in follows. I don't think as much as long form.
Okay, well, I'm going to start drinking on Saturdays and playing games, and I'll start videotaping, recording.
We need to set you up tonight.
Yeah,
before we
I mean, I can. I will gladly do it. Do you have OBS? Well, me and Dustin can definitely get you hooked up.
No,
You just got to download OBS. You've got a camera.
I need the camera
It's easy.
set to where you can't see from the waist down no matter what.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I'm going to make it trope. You know, the thing is, I'm going to be drinking and I'm going to be naked.
Okay.
And everybody's going to know I'm naked, but nobody can see that I'm naked. We just are aware that I'm naked.
And then you just can't like get excited and stand up.
Absolutely. Can't do that.
I don't think you're actually going to be naked.
just put on some boxers. They won't know.
Yeah, and then just in
No,
case.
I'm not going to wear boxers. That's
lying.
Yeah, he's got to do it legit. He's got to go all the way.
yeah.
Okay, anywho, back on track here.
Which track?
Oh, well, we were on track of on the console. I think it's time to segue into something else. What time is it?
Actually, hold on. I got one more thing to
Yeah,
say
go
about
ahead,
the game.
go
So,
ahead.
listen, I told you I started Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, Fallout is garbage.
Ran here.
No, Stars more.
Just knocking. I'll check it. You talk about it.
As Fallout is garbage, and I honestly, it's getting in. It's the way the freaking the whole setup. You know, you go into your inventory, the Pip-Boy, like just everything about it just irritates the crap out of me.
I mean, definitely Fallout is not my favorite Bethesda like IP, I guess, that they have.
What is cooking?
Oh, careful. It's all good. It's all good.
You been losing weight?
I almost asked.
Do you have any ibuprofen?
Oh,
How much weight have you? You look small.
yeah, you look good.
You need some new clothes. You're having to tuck your shirts in.
I know.
If you would cut your hair off, your face, dude, are you okay?
You're not on meth, are you?
No, right now I need ibuprofen.
He's good on meth. He just needs the ibuprofen. Whoa!
My gosh, he looks good. Has it
We
been
haven't
that
seen
long?
anyone in 3 months.
I mean, he got on his little diet and walking and exercising thing.
My
and
goodness.
I feel like a slob right now. I haven't worked out in 2 weeks.
No, dude, I've lost a lot of weight.
How much weight have you lost?
Like 90 pounds.
Congratulations.
Well done. Way to stick to your whatever.
Your
you've been
face
doing.
is so small.
and his clothes are all big.
Yeah. That's what I was telling my coworkers. Like, I'm actually buying bigger clothes.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
It was like Anthony used to say, if you carry around a bottle of water, you look skinnier because everybody thinks you're healthy.
So am I sitting over there?
You were gonna sit where
You'll
Seth
sit where
is,
I
but
am.
you can
Okay, cool.
sit somewhere else for now. Maybe you can just flop over here, and I'll get that mic recorded.
I am
That's
Kyle.
where Kyle was sitting.
I am Kyle. I am Kyle. Thank you so much.
And if you need, there's some,
Wonderful host.
There's all natural medicinal ibuprofen over there.
Let's see if I can do this. Dry swallowing pill sucks.
It does.
Why would you dry swallow a pill?
You didn't offer him a drink.
Because you don't have any water.
What a crappy host.
So what y'all been talking about so far?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3, Starfield, Armored Core. I want all of them. Oh, thank you so much. Too many games, not enough money.
I'm fine for now.
Kyle was talking about Fallout 4. And, well, Fallout in general. I think it was...
Oh, but like I was saying, I've always just absolutely hated Fallout. Always hated Fallout. I've always thought it was just absolute utter garbage. But this second time around,
Story or combat or...
every freaking bit of it, dude. Every bit of it. I cannot stand it.
No, I agree. I completely agree. I couldn't get into
New Vegas
it.
was awesome, too.
Everybody says New Vegas is awesome. I haven't tried it.
I've only
But-
played 3, I think.
3's good.
This time around, I went in and I added, I did a bunch of mods. No cheat mods, just things to make the game a little bit better.
Modders.
Is this a performance mods or are you talking about like...
No,
add some
I
more-
add things to the game.
Right.
Like, so I don't blow my brains out. It's just like there's not enough going on, and the stuff that is going on is like super. It's like stupid. I just
I
expected
thought about
so
playing
much.
Fallout again here recently just so I could listen to the amazing soundtrack. The music is so
Does it have a good soundtrack?
Oh, the music's awesome.
We even-
Just turn on the radio, bro.
We've been having a blast playing Borderlands again, and Tyrell steals all our stuff.
Not intentionally. I
Let me
loot
tell you
stuff.
something.
Griefing Tyrell.
Let me tell you about this the other day. I got a couple Tyrell stories, but first of all, the one when I realized that he was taking all the gear, we killed something that was fairly large and dropped a lot of gear. We fired the last shot. He goes down. Crap goes everywhere. I was like, "Oh, there's a blue gun." I turn around to look for it on the ground, and it is not there. I think he grabbed it before it hit the ground. Everything was just gone.
I don't pick up a gun unless I know I want it because of its value. If no one else wants it, and I'll sell it, or because it's a gun I actually think I might use. And I'll be sitting there looking at it, and then somebody will walk up, gone. What? It was white and it was trash. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't an assault rifle.
Well, then my favorite one the other day. The other day we killed some boss, okay, and Dustin had given me this legendary rocket launcher he started the game with.
He
'cause
kills himself with it.
He got
It's
all the
hive-
legendary.
it's hive mind.
What? I don't think I killed myself with it. I run up to this dude. I fire every round I have in the thing right off the bat. I just ran in there, fired it all at him. He goes down from full health to half health. I go down shortly thereafter. I'm sitting there emptying a shotgun into him. He's got that much health left, and somebody else kills him. And I die completely, go back to the start of the map. While I'm gone and running back in, they loot the entire room. And I get in there, and Malachi goes, "There's some gun boxes up on that stage up there if you want to go get them." I run up there, and it's just empty boxes everywhere. And Malachi said he was sitting there looking at me, and my character runs up there. I look at the boxes, and I just turned around and looked at him.
So who's Brick?
I'm Brick.
Okay.
He's starting to
You're
get powerful.
you're Mordecai.
No. Malachi's Mordecai.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Lilith.
Okay. Yeah.
Roll
That makes
it.
sense.
What are you guys talking
You
about?
always play
Borderlands.
I love the Soul.
I love Roland.
would've
That's
been
all I've
fine-
ever played.
I would have been fine. I like all the sirens and I like all the soldiers. I don't like the berserkers. I don't think I like any of the berserkers. And I like Zero. And I like all the characters in Borderlands.
I started
2. All
to
the
play through
classes
Zero.
are good.
I started to play through with Zero a while back on Borderlands 2, and I like Zero.
Zero's a good character.
He's all right.
You guys not playing that horror game no more?
DBD? Yeah, we're still playing.
Yeah.
They wanted to play Borderlands Friday, so we did that, and I'm totally okay with that because I could do without losing and done Dead by Daylight all fucking day on Friday.
Okay. We get some rough breaks on there.
Alien. We haven't.
We haven't dealt with him yet.
Yeah, we have been.
Yeah.
We have been. We've been playing just.
Alien looks broken. Being those tonals are crazy.
Those tunnel and they're so cool. Like, Alien will be one of those. If you're really good with him, you're going to be a real pain. And he has good perks.
Well, one of the reasons we decided we might want to play Borderlands on Friday was because we played Tuesday night and Alien had just come out and we didn't play against any other killers. Alien. And he needs nerfed because
they're always a little busted out.
when he goes into crawl mode, You can't.
You have to use the flamethrowers.
It didn't help.
They're not
We did.
strong enough.
Yeah, it'll
Stun him, but he can walk right into him and destroy him, and he's right back on your butt.
Yeah,
in 2
all he has to do is
seconds.
pop them. Yeah, I've seen it.
And then his tail attack is so powerful.
Went through windows, over pallets.
Yeah, he goes clean over a pallet. It's longer than Nemesis, but I think it's smaller hitbox. So you have to be more precise with it, which means higher skill cap, but still deadly.
I think it's longer than anything other than maybe trickster knives and hatchets.
Traditional range killer.
It's kind of like playing the Huntress if the Huntress is twice as fast.
Yeah, because the Huntress is really slow.
And probably more accurate because...
But the alien doesn't get bloodlust.
No, that's a perk.
Oh, it's a perk? Okay.
Yeah, he can get bloodlust if he's not running his perks. Okay. His perk, I think, is going to be really good for killers who struggle to maintain bloodlust. So I want to get him. I want to get Alien because he looks
cool.
Did you buy him,
I
Tom?
bought the whole pack. I did not.
That's why I think I'm going to get.
But have you played with him as a killer?
I have not played as a killer. I started playing as Ripley. I haven't. I played her a little bit more.
She has a good perk too, but her put a satchel on the knocked over pallet. I don't think is going to be that important.
Is it only viable against alien, or does it just
satchel,
slow any killer down?
It slows any killer down. It's
you
just
rig a pallet or whatever.
I don't know. I didn't know Blast Mine puts a little thing on top of the generator. I had no idea. Well, this does too, but it's way more noticeable than Blast Mine. I mean, it's clearly like a little satchel charge on the thing. I forget she has two.
But killers have to break pallets, so I mean.
Yeah, but the thing is you also have to place it. And I think you have to repair a gen just like Blast Mine. I think so. You have to repair a gen at 50%, then you can place a satchel charge. Okay. But we'll mean.
I've got to get back to playing some Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I thought when you was wanting to do a 1 year thing, and I tried to.
That's in September.
Oh, September. I thought it was August. Okay, no. So the end of September.
It's I think the 25th.
I will be
a year from our first game.
It'll be as close as we can get by playing.
Well, we definitely need to play.
I will
that day.
I'll try to be there.
Okay, set the date.
Yeah,
I thought it was this past month.
No.
I was just waiting for y'all to say, "Are you coming, Seth?"
I can't believe we've been playing it that long.
We started playing September last year, just before October, because that's when it was free on PSN. The first time.
You know, the thing about the game is like you just have to get to where you can accept losing a lot.
You also have to dedicate yourself to playing, because the second I stopped playing, I mean, even playing as killer improves your performance in the game. Because now I used to only play killer when I wasn't playing with you guys, but I was still getting progressively better. Now I only play on Fridays, and I know I'm holding everybody.
Oh, I'm
back.
sure I'm trash. I'm sure y'all are way better than me.
Well,
now.
I feel like I'm a million times better than I've ever been, and I lose more than I ever have.
Well, it's
except for maybe when we first started
MMR what do they call MMR?
Yeah, anymore.
So the better you are, the better killers you play against.
I know.
See, that's the thing that Texas Chainsaw Massacre does not have. Sometimes you get sweaty.
I have
killers.
not seen Spooky Loops' video, but he's doing a comparison video that I saw come out last week.
It looks good.
I mean, I've seen the Chainsaw Massacre, but he was doing a pros and cons.
I just don't know how many.
They say it's not a DBD killer.
I don't know how many survival games I could handle at once.
No, I prefer game variety, which if you look up anything about streaming is not the plan. It's not what you want to do.
Really?
You want to find a game that you like, that has a popular following, and you want to niche into it until you generate enough of an audience that you can
they'll follow
branch
you
out.
to anything else.
Right, and that's so what we're doing isn't the way. But
Screw the
you know
algorithm.
Yeah.
We're not about that. We do what we want, and if you like it, you can follow us. Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Go follow us on Twitch.
I should also be doing like 3 shorts a week. That's never going to happen. I hate making those things.
I was just saying earlier I needed to have my camera set up in here so we could have some. Because we say funny crap all the time.
Yeah, we're hilarious.
Dude,
and everybody, let me tell you about a quick pet peeve. Let me tell you something right here. Okay, the short form content, it's a big deal right now.
Right.
What people are doing I'm sure it's on YouTube Shorts. They're faking podcasts. Have you seen this? They set up. You always know they're doing it when okay. So everybody that people on Joe Rogan, they use those Shure SM7Bs or whatever they are, which is that big black mic that everybody talks into on podcasts. Yeah, they're super expensive. Well, apparently Shure microphone company that makes that mic has come out with probably a cheaper version because everybody does podcasts now, and it's this black mic that looks similar but it's smaller, and it says Shure real big on the side of it. If you see that mic, It's not a podcast. It's people acting like they're on a podcast, and they sit there with a mic in front of them and face away from the camera and act like they're talking to somebody. There's nobody there. I know there's nobody there, because when you're watching one that's actually a clip from a podcast, they'll say something and the camera will swap to the other angle and the other person will say, oh yeah, I agree with that. There's none of that. It's just one guy going, yeah, so what I've discovered is if you do that, but he's not talking to anybody. They make it look like they're on a podcast. That's hilarious. To make yourself look important. It makes me so mad.
That's funny, dude.
The first time I noticed that, I unfollowed a guy. He was a sound engineer, dude, from somewhere around this area, maybe Missouri. I don't remember. Anyway, I'd followed him because he does similar stuff like what I do, and he was like, a lot of his videos were like he was showing how he like digitizes or like uses computers and stuff to mix in live audio situations. It was kind of cool. He was showing like what he does at different churches and stuff. Then he started posting these videos sitting in front of a mic like he's on a podcast. And he's not. He's in the same room that he's in when he does his like tutorial videos and stuff. It's just his little home studio, and there's nobody in there with him.
But he might be doing a solo podcast.
No, he's acting like somebody asked him a question.
Oh, okay.
In the caption, it'll be like the question that supposedly was asked. And it's him going, yeah, so... Like somebody asked... No, nobody asked you a question. It makes me so mad. Oh.
He's like simulating a podcast environment and responding to like a comment.
Yeah, maybe it's comment
I don't
questions.
think so. I don't think it was. I think it's people they think it looks more official if you're sitting there with a pair of headphones on in front of a mic. It looks like you're on somebody's podcast because they thought you were important enough to invite you on their podcast to talk about your thing.
There's this one dude on YouTube I was following for a while. He just talks about pools. He's a pool guy. He's a professional pool guy, and he has a podcast, but he talks by himself about pools. And he just comes up with the topic, and he just talks for 45 to an hour about pools.
That's fine. And you can tell, like, Theo Vaughn a lot of times is just talking to the camera. Yeah. And on his podcast, doesn't have guests on there. Michael Chandler, MMA fighter, he has a podcast. It's just him talking to the camera.
I can't imagine talking by myself.
Well, you can tell in their clips that it's just them talking to the camera. They're not acting like they're responding to a question that didn't actually happen. Plus, they're actually on a podcast.
Since AJ brought it up, I've just recently discovered Theo Vaughn because I was logged into our YouTube page and I was like, I don't know, I was doing something, I clicked on I was logged into our Commoners YouTube page, and I clicked over on the right, and I'm just listening to this guy. I was telling my girlfriend
Theo
about
Vaughn
it. And she's like, yeah, apparently he's real big on YouTube. And I was like, well, apparently AJ likes him because now he's in my
sometimes
Kyle reminds me of Theo Vaughn so much.
Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same energy.
Also Austin Cannon. Shout out Austin Cannon. Very similar energy, yeah.
That's good.
You know who Theo Vaughn is, Kyle?
I think.
Oh, you think he's funny? He's a comedian.
You know what it was? I watched I think that was recommended to you through our podcast or through our YouTube. It was Theo Vaughn sitting down with who's that guy that did the MMA stuff?
Joe Rogan.
No. He was he fought.
Brian.
The Ice Liddell.
No. He's a YouTuber or no, he's a streamer.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, one of the
Logan Paul.
One of the Pauls, yeah, the one that fought. He was doing a podcast, and that idiot said he doesn't want to die on this planet. And Theo Vaughn was sitting there, and he's like, "Wow, what a rich thing to say." It's like that was great.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn's funny.
Okay. Moving forward.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the campaign or the last couple?
Yeah, we haven't talked about the campaign. Kyle doesn't even know what happened.
I don't remember how to play.
Well, you didn't listen to the podcast.
No, I haven't. I'm garbage. I'm in the podcast.
We all have new characters.
Do you think actors watch their own movies? No, they don't.
I re-listened to the entire campaign again this summer.
Sick, but you're not even in the game.
I am the game.
Okay, Kyle, here's what happened. So, we fought at the orphanage. We fended them off. You and Urus decided it's best to go try to talk to Beatrix about why Chick turned to mist and we didn't actually kill her.
Beatrix. She's on our side?
No. She's the one that owns the Curiosity shop that we talk to all the time.
Ah, yes, okay.
The Pocket Dimension shop.
Right.
Okay, so y'all went to go talk to her, which was not smart. A terrible idea.
The way it was explained to us is you say you killed the vampire. Urs says you didn't. So you decided in the middle of the Hallow spell to go find out.
Yeah, we're going to go talk to Beatrix.
Sounds about like Rask, right?
Yeah.
So meanwhile,
not Urust, but
I don't know if it was before or after y'all left, Vistrid was killed by the things. They surrounded him and drug him down the hole.
No, not Vistrid.
While y'all are gone, of course, we get attacked again. And by the other sister.
Not hinted at all by Seth saying, I really want y'all to go through multiple fights without a long rest. Not hinted at.
Yeah. So I had 0 rages left. Thren did a bunch of damage. We'll let Dustin go into that in a second.
Why would you
Anyway.
send us off? Why would you?
Because you didn't
weren't
come to
here.
the
Why wouldn't
game.
you play our characters though?
Because
you could have killed our boys.
Because that's kind of Seth's
Because
rule.
y'all
Yeah.
could get killed, and that wouldn't be fair to y'all as players. If your player, if so, let's say we had to make a tactical decision, and it left you in the middle of the combat because that's what Rask would do, and then you come back today, and we're like, "Here's a character sheet, buddy. Have fun."
I just want you guys to know that is fair to me. If you ever have to do it, I will accept it.
I have played Rask before, but I'm pretty conservative.
If I don't show
That
up,
was in the prison when there was just no way we could ride him away.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much if you miss the game and we play
say
anyway,
that you're
your
gone.
character's gone, and then we're screwed. Basically,
I appreciate that. I definitely.
So we
appreciate
fought, and we managed to fight him off and finish the Hallow
Literally
spell.
killed Catherine.
Yeah, it was
Killed her. Did kill her that
she's
time.
dead.
Touch and go though. Touch and go.
Tate went off. Tate was a monster.
Yeah. Too bad we didn't know that there was no way. There is like a 1% chance that he failed
5.
to check.
No,
But he
no.
had an inspiration.
I take that back. 2.5% chance he failed his first, and then 5%.
And then he had an
But
inspiration too.
if someone did massive damage, it would have went up. Chance.
We only saw one spell like that, and that was what hit.
There was-
and that was harm.
Wait, did he finish the thing?
He did finish off.
He finished it.
I want to
But
bring
he had
something
to-
up though, because like I said, I listened to the whole campaign, and y'all hated Millie, the hag
trash.
lady. Y'all hate her because she had a death dog that she showed y'all. You know, that's what first set y'all off, and then she sent the Capra demon to fetch y'all to get y'all back in with Orin, all that. How dare she have a demon at her disposal that she's using? And we got Mr. Thren over here summoning devils.
No, listen. The reason
that was a rough situation too, because
And I asked him about this.
ideally we should have all started attacking that devil, because I didn't know. I joined after you summoned it, so I should have. I definitely metagamed because I was.
But I asked him about that because and he has a great answer and I love it.
Well, the reason I created it,
Use that spell.
used the spell, was because I was formulating it, was the word I was trying to think of, was because of Thren being transformed more or less into, or changing into the human.
So you're darkening his magic to show his darkening soul. That's
Great role playing. Love it.
Well, yeah, but also I just always assume that when somebody casts something, it glows a certain color, so we know it's theirs.
It has a little ally tag right over the head, just like in the video game.
Exactly.
Devil.
I was just imagining like a fiery portal thing. Just this thing drops out the
This
ceiling.
guy drops in with a green aura, and we know that it's Thren's.
Yeah, if I walked in here and y'all were doing the podcast and there was a devil, I'd be like, "That's Tyrell's."
Oh, don't worry about that guy in the corner. He came with Tyrell.
That dark spot in the corner, he showed up with Tyrell.
No, the reason we didn't like Millie is because she lied 1,000,000 times. When you listen to that back, do you not see? She's trash. She's horrible. And when we were right about everything.
Y'all assumed the first place. And I think I leaned into y'all's assumptions, actually. I don't think she was
a witch.
actually supposed to
She
be
wasn't
bad.
going to be a hag.
I don't think so.
She was just a low-level caster.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now you made her a hag. So she was bad news the entire time.
That's the DM's prerogative, though, and it makes players feel good.
And it was her fault that town was getting attacked. It was her the entire time. She's trying to act like she's helping
No,
with her.
it was not her.
No, it was the other
It was
one.
the other one.
It was her fault. It was because they were coming for her, though.
Yeah.
If
But-
she would have left town, they would have stopped attacking.
Well, she didn't think they would. She thought that woman would just go ahead and keep.
Also-
because they're adding numbers to her their army.
Also, it's a part of Seth's world, so it's his interpretation. But hags are very selfish. They deal in souls as one of their currency exchanges.
Well, yeah.
They don't. She wouldn't care as long as they don't kill her. She doesn't care that the town would suffer. It's part of their their.
Are you saying Millicent?
No, I'm talking about hags in general.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
Specifically,
Yeah,
night hags.
Night hags are the worst.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Millicent, she didn't care. She didn't care that the whole town was getting attacked.
Millie, I think's a green hag. She's basic hag.
Right.
And then Delilah
Gorma.
it was is the next step, and then Sissy is maybe even worse than a night hag. I don't know.
Hopefully
If
we
we
never
ever
find out.
even go to that thread, because
I don't know if it'll ever become a thing.
Yeah.
They can be the big bads of the next campaign.
Because they were left
I have
unchecked.
this campaign. I know how it's going to end one of two ways, and I cannot wait to get to the end of it because I really want to get to the next campaign.
So if we play the next campaign, same world. depending on how this one ends.
Yeah. It'll be connected somehow.
Still Palexia.
I'm just like not
Is
Robert
Palexia a planet or just a country?
Gordon. Planet because I'm a crappy DM. Yeah.
It's like
It's very small. It's a very,
very
small,
small.
planet.
It looks like Asgard. It's like a bowl.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think I meant it to just
just
be a country
floats.
at first, and then just made it the whole world.
Or it's all we know of the world.
That's all that you know. Yeah.
Maybe we think it's the whole thing.
In other words, you can assume that from this world's language, Palexia represents what we know as Earth.
Yeah.
Palexia is how they say Earth.
Or maybe it's just
or
Eurasia, and they don't know that there's something across the water.
But like Draxus would know.
Yeah, he would know. Yeah.
And he's taken over at least the biggest part of it. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, Tyrell showed me his map that he created for y'all's campaign, and it just puts mine to absolute shame.
I've been working on that map since before we started playing this campaign.
Okay.
That's why that took a long time.
I get that, Tyrell. I have a homebrew thing that I would like to do, and I'm like on the very early stages of stuff. Like every now and then I'll be like, "This is the lore. This is the lore the players never find out about."
So what are we going to do today?
I don't know. I asked y'all and no one to answer.
Yeah, well, I'm asking Dustin.
I don't know. I have been so busy. I haven't honestly thought about it.
We're just going to sit here in our hallowed hall, and
Yeah, we're like,
we've won. We won the game.
We're never leaving.
This is our home
check
game.
with Anthony that he knows, or I'll double check with
and then
Buck.
y'all's gonna make me dispel it.
I was like, Buck, you know if this is dispelled, right? You know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you will know. When he says yes, I'm gonna say, if this place gets dispelled, we leave and we stay here.
Spell it. Like what? And what would it
Spell
take?
is a level 3 spell, I think.
But you can upcast it, and you said
but
they
what
casted
the
level
odds?
6 magic, and what was Hallow 6? If you cast a spell at 6 level, it
That's all you have to do. Is just a 6
I
level.
don't think we
spell.
have 7. Because I only have 6.
all you have to do to get rid of a spell is usually match its level. The way to defeat it is to match its level. You don't have to surpass its
And
level.
that says that on the Hallow spell, that's all that has to happen for it to go away. Just a spell magic. Great.
In your next campaign that you have, do you have like space or room for our characters if we make it out of this? I don't feel like I feel like I'm gonna die eventually, like probably soon.
We discussed AC actually.
No.
You have the lowest AC, and you're the first in the combat usually. Because
Always,
you're the
dude.
fastest.
Always. I don't know
can't
how
tell
I
you
haven't done it yet.
because I don't know.
At
how
this
they-
point, we've lost everyone that was disposable. The only people that have died are people that it's not original members of the party.
Died. Technically, they're all there. They're just not around.
Well, no, I mean like
Or
Corvus.
Oh,
He was there for 5 episodes. We weren't that attached to Corvus.
He was only there for 5.
No, maybe.
I know. It
Yeah.
felt like this is.
I
this
think
is
probably
their
no
own.
more than that. And then Vistrid wasn't around that long.
Ren is practically Corvus now. I mean,
Pretty much, yeah.
Actually, he's because the more he becomes like Corvus, the worse he. I love that he's worse off for being a vampire. That's one of the funniest things ever.
But yeah, if it
Shortened
was
his
like,
life.
if it was Buck, Thran, Quincy, Urist, Rask was there since the 2nd or 3rd episode. Gillard is huge.
I can't.
there's-
It's crazy. I still consider Kyle a new player, but he's
been there
since episode 3. I
I think it was 3. Yeah,
Three.
That was when we got to
yes,
Juniper Grove.
3.
Yeah.
He is pretty much an OG.
Didn't know he left and he played and then came back.
Yeah, he only missed 1 episode. Cynthia played for it. He was gone for 1 episode.
Yeah, he missed episode 4 or 5.
I thought he regrouped with y'all in Derry.
He did.
Oh, was that only
It
one?
was actually
episode?
before we
Yeah.
got to Derry. Yeah, we thought he was going to be gone for a few, I think.
Yeah.
And then he just came walking up the next day.
How do I still not know how to play, man?
Because we don't play enough.
It's been like 3 years
I
now.
don't
You
know,
really
dude.
do know what you're doing.
One
Kinda.
is actually plenty. No, you do. You do fine.
Well, we
You
don't
just-
play
you
once.
just-
We haven't played in.
You
I
just
think if we
don't
played
spend-
once a week, I think he would still get confused.
I think you're probably right. I
And
think
I
I
get
cheat a
confused.
lot by accident, to be honest.
Well, you got a lot
You don't
going.
cheat
Your
anymore.
character's got a lot
Someone
going on
else
too.
does.
It's impossible. not to.
Tate's the worst cheater of all.
I
doing,
know. Freaking great weapon.
Great Weapon Master
for,
with
for 40 episodes.
No, that's still stupid. Still just as stupid.
It's funny.
It's supposed to balance out small characters. You shouldn't be using something that's really, really heavy, but it is kind of dumb there should
I've always said I would let a small character use a heavy
There should be
weapon
a
against
conditional
sword.
rule that if you're small, you have to have a higher strength requirement to overcome your size.
A heavy weapon needs a strength requirement. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That was,
so, like someone talked about that. Like a barbarian halfling can't pick up a heavy weapon, a great axe, but a 99-year-old wizard with a strength of 6 can, just because he's tall. That don't make any sense.
yeah, I agree with it. I agree with it.
I put waters in the fridge because I think it was you and Cameron. I can't remember, but you
Thank
and
you.
somebody was looking for cold waters one time, so they're in the fridge.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm not trying to go back to Baldur's Gate, but I'm just going to mention the fact that,
I
like,
love you.
in that game,
Cookies, if y'all want some cookies.
Thank you.
they actually have, like, where, like, dwarves and halflings and stuff like that can use greatswords. And it's kind of funny looking at the way they carry this greatswords around, because they're holding it like this, and they're, like, stabbing.
And just make that part of your character. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of plans for today. I don't know where we're gonna go. But like,
Well, I'm glad you have a plan because none of us do. We don't really know what to do.
I think the plan today is to make the plan.
we
That's kinda
killed
why
one
it is.
of them. No, we almost. What if we would have killed? What if we would have already killed the other one? What if we would have killed both of them?
that would like
If Anthony,
if
had
y'all would
been
have killed the first one, I wouldn't have brought Catherine in.
Oh, okay.
I really didn't think y'all would kill.
So
Catherine.
you wanted us to kill one?
No, I don't. I think he wanted to poke us until we either bled or we
No,
finished
I
what we were
never.
trying to do.
I would not like.
Well, I mean, like you were trying to either make you were,
Yeah,
you were
I
basically
wanted
keeping
to.
us busy
I
until
like.
Hallow was done.
I keep talking about this in our on our Say It in Commons. I like my thing now is just making wrinkles and trying to make interesting combats because I like there's so many of y'all and y'all are so high level. I can't defeat y'all.
You
really,
could defeat one of us.
yeah.
but that's,
Well, the
yeah.
And that sucks.
I don't.
But
think that's
I just
really
want to
true.
try to make an interesting combat with a wrinkle that might take a little bit to figure out. And once you kind of figure that, yeah, you know, I
I
hope
think you've
y'all
done an
enjoy
excellent
that.
job.
I hope y'all
balancing,
enjoy that.
You know, but it's also we're one attack away from a really bad situation. A lot.
dude.
Every fight.
So I
'Cause
have.
every fight.
I was telling them this in when we were streaming Friday night. But I'm going to start doing for some of the shorter combat. And if we do a 5-hour combat, I'm not going to do statistics on it. It's too much. But I'm on turn 8 right now, and I'm going to try and track all the damage we take, all the damage we deal, the missed attacks, which is what I'm going to have to go back and do, the nat 1s and the nat 20s at least, and then healed and temporary HP.
That's cool.
And I want to do like this.
Critical Role has people to do that.
I know.
They
I
have
know.
people who
That-
sit up there and
Danny.
scribble stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny.
Wow.
But I want to do that, and then I want to do like who fits the traditional role for this combat because we already know he's the DPS.
Yeah.
To pointing at Thrin over here, he did 300 damage in 2 turns.
Had
He did
no idea.
140 on one turn and 160 on
Fran
another
all
turn.
of a sudden got so good.
He just
Hitting
started
lots of people.
Well, yeah, he hit a lot of
Yeah,
people, but
true,
still,
but just having that option.
that's all damage we had to deal.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. That's where AOE is superior to single target damage. Yeah, if we're all focused on one boss, then yes, Thrin's damage plummets, and then he's more in line with the rest of us, possibly even lower than the rest of us because we have our modifiers to bolster our damage where he doesn't with a lot of his spells. So. You give us a one-on-one enemy, you're going to see where everyone's 1-to-1 damage is. But when you give us a group, he's going to shine every time, and that's cool.
And that's what wizards do.
But he's also a tank because I was on turn 8,
he was.
and he came back down to the ground, and they were missing him again. And I was like, I've got to go back and figure out all the missed attacks. There's no telling how many attacks he soaked just with his natural 20.
Well, there's still
AC.
no tank like your Echo.
My Echo? No, I think that's why I want to go back and do because I was tracking missed attacks against my Echo. I think my Echo soaked in at least. Let's see, we had 6 in one round because Seth had 3 guys, 2 attacks each, all missed. That was 6 attacks, and then later on it was like 2 attacks, 1 attack. Then I had the Shadow Martyr where I absorbed an attack and then it got destroyed, and I had to resummon my Echo 3 times that I know of. I'm pretty sure I went down at one point in the fight, which I haven't got to yet. So that had to have happened on turn 9 or 10 because I'm only on turn 8. I'm on the turn where Quincy went down and Buck picked him back up in the same turn. That's where I'm at. That's around 8. And I just want to see like who's I basically just go like the
I remember us talking like how many natural ones and natural.
I rolled
20s
a
you were
lot,
getting.
and that's what reminded me because I actually said it when we were doing. I was like, I got to track this stuff, and I was listening to it. It was around turn 7. I was like, I didn't track natural ones and natural 20s
That was
because my initiative was a nat 20 for that, which I was saying when I rolled it. That's the worst time to get a natural 20.
yeah.
unless you get a surprise round, and then be a great natural 20. But we
If you're
don't
an
get surprise.
assassin rogue.
Do they get surprise rounds on natural 20?
That's how you. That's the only way you can get assassinate is if you surprise someone and go
Oh.
before them. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool. I haven't finished it yet because I didn't work on it last night or today, so it'll be cool. I'm gonna post it on our YouTube since I don't. Slarcher said he looked and he didn't see where we had a comment section on a podcast, so I'll just do it on YouTube and just say you can go there for stats, I guess, for combat games. I'll have to do the little spoiler warnings on them. I know you can do that in YouTube. I'll have to figure out how to do it. But I think it'll be cool and find out like who. So basically, every combat who meets the 4 traditional party archetypes of DPS, healer, tank, and support. I don't know how I'll do support, so it'll probably just be the 3.
MVP kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, support would be like anyone running control magic, which would have originally been Vistrid. But now I don't know if we have more really a support anymore. I guess Quincy could still support.
I tried.
And technically, Buck and Erst is could be a play support role. It depends on what you qualify as support because it fits a lot of roles. It can be debuffing the enemies. It can be buffing your allies. It could be.
So that's how I found about Treant Monk on YouTube. Is he made a God Wizard and it was just support. He was just battlefield control and and people thought like he people complain, you don't have fireball? You're a wizard who don't have fireball? What kind of wizard are you? But he's like he talks about it. He's like he went into a campaign with this support wizard and no one the DM was killing someone every game before that, and then he came in with this support wizard and no one died the rest of the campaign, and they still told him that his character was horrible, and he's like, y'all just don't even realize what I've done. It's really cool.
I always find myself falling into that support role when I play a lot of games, especially because I love it because you can't quantify the effect of a good support. You just can't. It's hard to put to pen and paper in terms of skill. It's not. You can't show their damage. You can't show their healing. You can't show what they absorb, but their impact is always felt. I love the support role myself.
That's one thing I really like about Quincy is I can do that. Like when I don't have my rages,
which you did, you switched to casting,
but then they weren't working. And it's not that my save is low. I mean, my save is fairly high for being a half caster. I think it's
happens sometimes.
Like 16 or 17. And there's some things that I can do. Like, I mean, Fairy Fire, Bane, all that stuff is actually fairly powerful. Bane is a good spell. When you go to you've got
can make all the difference sometimes.
When you've got high AC characters, and then you're going to start subtracting a D4 on every attack.
And we have some high AC characters.
Yeah,
everyone but Rask.
19.
What's Erst?
20.
That's 20 when Blade Song is out.
Which
it's
is
like
almost always
18 or
is.
19.
Does he? I mean, does he have chainmail? I think right. That's 17. No, he has medium armor. So
It's a
yeah,
plus
he probably
1 or
has
plus 2,
18.
I think.
It's not that like Thrin is wearing such great armor that his
No, I know,
it's
it's
because he's so nimble.
And then shield, which that's an expendable. You know, you're paying for that.
Yeah. And no, with Blade Song it adds like +5
It's your
to
intelligence.
your
modifier.
AC because you're supposed to be moving around so much that you're not easy to hit, and then
So
plus
you have a 15 naturally.
yeah.
You just get to plus.
Yeah, but he can get
Well, you have a
gets to
15
20
from.
almost everything.
That's still high for a wizard.
It's I can wear light armor. I get studded leather armor.
What's that, like 12 plus your... So you have a 16 dex, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, I'm 19, I think. What are you?
I'm 18.
Oh, you're only 18. See, that's strange because it feels like you're
Well,
the
you have a
tank.
shield.
I do have a shield. Yeah.
I don't have a shield.
I have a shield and a ring of protection.
I have a 15 armor class.
Gillard needs a better weapon.
Oh, here we go. You do 100 damage in a turn.
I don't.
When you
I
hit.
Don't. When I hit, but here's the thing. I don't hit. And also, I have been giving my stuff away since I started this campaign.
That is true.
I think I've given my cloak away twice. I don't even know if I have it.
No, you got it back.
Yeah, he gave it back.
Okay. Yeah, I've given it away twice. He has my ring. I've given my warden ring away, but I think I still have it again. I gave it to somebody a while back.
I don't remember that.
I gave it to someone because
Just the anti-magic ring?
Because we were worried about something. Was it during the beholder fight? Did I give it away mid combat? I don't know. I feel like I've given it to somebody. I think I got it back though. Does Tate have a ring?
I think the only 2 rings besides yours, Quincy and Thrin have.
I think I might have given it to. Maybe I gave it to Tate to do something. I don't know.
Can I wear my ring of protection and my anti-magic ring?
The anti-magic, it doesn't take a slot.
It's not.
It's not an
attuned.
enchanted item?
not
okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's a passive.
Which I didn't give y'all magical items, and I realized after that listening to that last game. So that's a little retcon we have to make tonight. That when she died, she dropped a few things.
Cool. Did she drop a glaive?
She had a pair of hand axes that I know y'all don't use.
How many?
Nope.
How many attunements do you allow us?
I need a
4?
bow.
I think 4.
A bow. I do have one.
I think
you
I
told me
have
to ask you
4.
for it. I didn't forget.
I think I have 4. Is the loot shield magical?
No.
No, it's not.
No,
I have a
it's just
+1 spear.
I have a +1.
That's
glaive.
not attunable.
That's not.
That's not attunable.
No, +1.
No, it's just a
Your sword's attunable.
passive. Yeah.
Oh, my sword is what I'm thinking.
You're
of.
attuned to your sword. He's attuned to the ring that I just gave him.
Yeah, the ring I have.
Ring of protection, attuned.
Ring of protection's attunable.
Hands. So that's
The
3.
hands are also attuned. So
I think
that's
I
your
only
3.
have 3.
That's 3 though. We can only
Is
have
your
3.
hat attunable?
No,
It wasn't attunable.
I don't think
The disguise hat.
Disguise hat.
No, because I think it was just like a minor magic item. I think it just yeah.
Okay.
The only 2 things I have
Are
that's
we only
magical
allowed
is
3?
rebellion.
I think
that
we're only
sword.
at 3. Oh, did you say 4? I didn't know that. I thought it's 3 normally though, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I almost want to do 5, but that's just.
How about just none?
See, the way that I would do it, in my campaign is I would say 3 regular and 1 legendary. And then that way people can't attune to multiple legendary items, which is where stuff gets real bad.
The only class that can attune to more than that is that Artificer Armorer, I think is
I
what
know.
it is. The
Yeah.
Armorer subclass. It's
But that's
crazy.
because he makes a bunch
Right.
of garbage.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
But I-
every
like-
piece of their armor counts as
I
a...
kind of think of it as a video game almost. Like you could put something on your head, you could put one
Yeah, I do that too.
Gloves,
chest,
breastplate,
legs.
pants, shoes.
It's rings where you get really busted
Yeah,
because
you could have 10 of them.
Yeah.
Bling bling.
Kyle, what you got going over there?
You know,
I keep meaning to make
trying
you.
to learn.
I keep meaning to make you another character sheet. and
We
I
did
forget.
make him a new character sheet.
yeah, I got a new one.
Oh,
I
okay,
was
good.
just-
I actually printed
Good,
off
good.
a new one.
So my one thing I was putting
yesterday.
Peeky
I was
Peeky
gonna-
in Wand of Magic Missiles.
I could almost. I think I. Could
I
make
sent him a
Rask-
video
I can make Rask
showing him how to use Wand of Magic Missiles and how powerful a Wand
Wand of Magic Missiles is sick. Although I am confused.
Was it
on-
machine gun one where they just burn all the stuff into one blast?
Um,
Because usually when it comes to D&D videos, they don't want this.
Apparently,
over
you
the
can add
course of
all of the charges
into one-
together.
Yeah, just
I can do 1, 2.
it's just
All the
it's
way together.
situational. They were saying use it against someone concentrating on a spell.
Yep.
Because every single one that
Is a
hits is
concentration
a
check.
concentration check, and it's just more chances for them to fail.
right.
It's stupid sick.
Yeah. So
unless
it's
they
like,
cast shield, and then that entire thing just goes.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's also gloves of missile snaring.
Can you use shield?
And that can catch.
Yeah,
that can
it's
blocks all
reactionary,
magic
and
missiles. Well, it blocks.
specific.
Is it all in a turn? Missiles, gloves of missile snaring. Is that just one magic missile, or is that all of them for the turn? But it's a reaction, so you can only do it once. I just don't know what I'm not sure the extent of it. But that's another item that was specifically one of its abilities is.
Can Rask catch arrows right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
I can catch arrows.
and throw them back.
And throw them back.
with a key.
What?
It's a waste of a key point to. Does it does it cost a key
I think
point
it's a
to catch?
reaction to catch, and it's a key point to throw it back, and that is a waste.
That would be sweet though.
But
It's
yeah.
not a waste if they're.
It takes away damage from you. So like if someone hits you, I roll damage, then you roll your monk thing against it, and if you get it to 0, you catch it and you take no damage. It's a way for you to take no damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love monks.
Yeah, they're cool.
Monks are cool.
I don't know why people don't like them.
Well, because they fall off. They're one of the
At high
biggest.
level.
Unless you have a DM who gives you a 1d8, 1d6 weapon, you know.
Yeah, that you don't want to use because your hammer's better. Isn't that right?
He goes through periods.
I got a lot of weapons.
I know. There'd be periods he'd be like, okay, I'm ready to hurt somebody today, but then it's like, okay, let's get the hammer.
Dagger.
You start every combat throwing a hammer.
I imagine the way it goes down in Kyle's mind is he's like, how much do I want to risk today? And when it's everything, he takes out the punching daggers. And when it's not everything, he throws the hammer, forgets, and runs in anyway.
I just live on edge.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I love Rask. Rask is a very fleshed out character, I think, and I've helped do
I
that
agree,
myself.
yeah.
Anytime you're gone, I play him.
So?
Yeah,
The more you work into your character's mindset,
you
the
were a
easier it is for
scout
other
back in
people.
the monastery.
Yeah.
Here's
He's like,
Yeah, you probably role play him more than he does. But here's the deal with Rask is we always say it's just he's Kyle, but the deal is like I always thought, well, okay, does Kyle role play or is Rask just Kyle, whatever?
No, Rask is 100%.
But then he played Orlean.
And he roleplayed.
Role played it well. Yeah. Completely different. Yeah. So therefore, Kyle is a great role player. Yeah. He doesn't just. It's not like every character is just Kyle.
Right. Yeah.
No, and that's what I was telling Seth. I'm actually really excited for the next campaign. Right? I think I'm going to do a paladin. It just depends on what you give us for options.
You want to be religious? Yeah, there's no gods. If we play in the same world.
I want to play druid, a paladin, or a sorcerer so bad.
Just kidding. You want to do what?
I want to play a druid, a paladin, or a sorcerer so bad. I miss Magic. I miss it.
I've got this great character.
You're keeping it a secret?
I've got like
I haven't
7
told anybody.
characters.
I have a character I would love to play, and it is a divination wizard. And the whole concept of it is I just want to re-roll dice all the time. I want to have that.
I got one of those. His name is Luck, and he's a sorcerer.
Yeah, I want to be a halfling and I want to have the luck spell, and I want to have what's that one? Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
And portent. You know, portent is where you roll 2 dice and you can just give dice to someone. Like if you roll a natural 20, when something comes up, you can be like, no, you can take my dice and that's just a natural 20. Or you can roll 1 and if someone attacks you, say, no, that's a 1. The whole concept is just roll dice, and I think that'd be so fun.
My version of that is also a halfling with the luck feat. With instead of divination wizard, it would be because I like sorcerers, so it'd be the divine sorcerer because they have another luck feature baked into their kit, and I would be doing it'd be basically the same principle. But yeah, I was like that'd be really fun. The character there's only one wizard that I want to play, and it's cheating because it's not actually a wizard. It's a Thurgy. Do you know what that is? It's the It's the wizard that steals cleric stuff. I want to do a Thurgy wizard that's based around the concept of a plague doctor who's juggling with the inner turmoil of basically being someone who helped kill people during wartime, but also is supposed to heal people and kind of balancing between that, and then deciding at level 3 or whatever level I think it's whatever level you choose your cleric domain, choosing between death and whatever domain I would actually take. And I think that'd be a lot of fun to do too.
Some of us have watched enough of the second thing of Critical Role where their characters are just completely different. The first campaign they're all heroes. The second one they're just villains pretty much. How would we go about it? What would our second campaign be in 8 years when we finish this one? You know. What would we?
A big part of it would depend on how this one ends because I feel like. This group of characters are basically low-lying rebels. I wouldn't consider them that. We haven't done anything. Since Gillard's joined, there's not really a whole lot of heroism. It's been more rebellion. Yeah, that's true. They did do a heroic deed that named them the heroes of Juniper Grove, but since then they've really been acting in the interests of themselves and the rebellion that's currently going on. So I consider them this more of a rebellion campaign against the acting.
It's more we're just doing what we have to do.
Right, yeah. I don't consider this a very heroic campaign. Right. So if this campaign were to go down in a blaze of flame and death, I imagine our next campaign would probably end up rolling very heroic because we would want to basically avenge our previous campaign. Yeah, I feel like that's how it would go. If we succeed, then it entirely depends on that first campaign, that first game, kind of what we all come to the table with.
You know, we are very heroic in this one, but at the same time, like we're not. There's been some opportunities to be bad.
Yeah. Yeah, if Tate would let me.
I think, Thren's dark. Urus just had dark stuff that he avoided.
I tried to make Urus dark. I
kind of wish he would have.
Cameron would not do it.
And then Rask.
And that's fine.
Rask is kind of dark.
I shouldn't have pushed him so much.
Gillard's kind of dark. I could say Gillard's snapping.
I regret Urus a lot listening back to the campaign because I had a vision for what I wanted his character to be, and he just wasn't interested in playing it that way. And I felt
No. But that's not your fault.
That's not your fault.
Make a Hexblade.
Warlocks are cursed past classes.
Yeah, okay.
It's not your fault. He should have picked divination, so you could have told him no. That's funny. Not divination, divine, celestial warlock. Yeah. I asked about gods before I started.
Or Archfey. I mean, Archfey aren't necessarily evil. They're very chaotic, but they're not evil.
Yeah, which actually would be more in line with what Seth wanted anyway, because they're just more discourse.
Well, it did introduce.
I think he had he had a build he was trying to.
I don't like that.
Right.
And he pointing at AJ did not do that in any way, shape, or form. So it's like
I know, but everybody
Quincy
enjoys
is-
the game in different ways.
Yeah, they do. And it's my job to make sure everyone.
And I enjoy bad stuff happening that just makes me a random character. That's kind of what I like.
I don't know how viable Quincy actually is. Like,
What do you mean?
Quincy.
it's very hard to make a barbarian.
Yes.
Very hard.
What do you mean
In
by
other words,
viable? Like powerful?
Yeah.
The time where we saw one, it was entirely a joke, and it was the what was his name? The actor from give me your tots. What's that?
Napoleon Dynamite?
Napoleon Dynamite. He was a barbarian, and he was a. I thought he was a barbarian. Was he not?
I don't.
Oh, maybe he was a
Totem of the
duck.
Duck. I think he was.
He was
just
Totem of the Duck. But I thought he was also bard. Maybe not. Maybe that's somebody else. I could swear
The
he had
deal
bard
is, I don't know. I don't know how powerful he's going to get. The deal is, I'm probably going barbarian all the way up.
Are you?
If I went bard all the way up, I'd probably be more powerful. But if I go barbarian all the way up, I mean, I'll obviously keep getting stronger, but it won't. I don't think anything crazy is ever going to happen. The only thing I'm missing that I'll miss from barbarian is the 20th level stuff. I think I get everything else.
+4 to your strength and con.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they can break. They're the only class that can break the 20 cap, and you were never going to be able to break it anyway.
And the only
Because
thing
of
I'm
your stats.
missing from Bard, even if I went all the way up from here on with Bard, I would never get 9th level spells.
So no wish. That sucks.
So I'm kind of stuck in between, and I may kind of cap out, but we'll see what happens.
So you plan on going the barbarian?
I think I'm going barbarian the rest of the way. Like the way I'm letting each level decide itself, and I just feel like he's definitely more barbarian than he is Bard. I'm not going out of my way.
I mean,
to
that
learn.
makes sense in a rebel kind of game because you don't have time to just enjoy.
When did I sit down to read a book or
Right.
learn a song or whatever about being a bard? I've done what I can, and I've gotten some decent spell casting.
That's such a wild. I don't even know if I could do that. Like, because I kind of do come up with a concept of what I want my character to be. I'm willing to mess with it. Like Thordak, when I decided, it would be cool to go fighter or paladin with him and then let the role playing decide that. But yeah, just 50-50. Like, was I angry this past couple games or was I more,
I'm
training
looking
the
at it
past
more
couple
like
games? That's hard.
when we were in combat, what was I doing? Was I being a barbarian or was I being a bard? And most of the time, I'm being a barbarian.
I think, with the exception of the last game, you've almost always been a barbarian.
Yeah, I have. It's always the first option. If I get low on health, I have to back away and try to cast. That's it. But if that's all the experience he has with that, then that's why would he know how to cast a 6th or 7th level spell?
That's a tough way to play too. Because every now and then I'm like, I want to dip and do something and work with Seth, but then I'm like, I don't get any of that cool level 17 through 20 fighter stuff. Dude, when I get Legion of One, Seth's not gonna like me.
Let me see what level.
When I make 2 echoes.
2 echoes.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh my gosh! 2 echoes.
Yeah, level 17.
Are you about to get a third attack?
No, I already have 3rd attack.
Oh, you do. Okay.
I'll get 4th attack at like level 15 or 16. No, what I'm looking forward to is my next 2 feats. At 12th level, I get a feat, and I think I'm gonna take a completely unassuming one, and I'm gonna bump my strength up 1 point, and I'm gonna.
used Hex in a while?
No, I haven't used it. I printed out a page and listed, these are my actions. These are my bonus actions. These are my reactions.
do that for Kyle.
These are my free actions. And I was like, and then for my reactions, I was like, these are the 2 situations for my opportunity attacks. Because I'm getting sick. Because I'll just sit there and Seth's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, well, there's like 6 things I was going to do. And then he used his reaction. So I don't know anymore.
I think I did look and if I take any more bard levels, I think I'm hurting myself.
We need to go shopping for goggles of night vision. That's the other thing.
No, I like being handicapped. I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I'm sick. I'm sick.
I can't attune to them.
There's,
I might can.
God, I saw something that gave
you can't
protection from good and evil. Because I was looking at Magic Initiate. I was like, are there any good Magic Initiate stuff I could get? And protection from good and evil gives you protection from fear. Oh, wow. Like just no fear from all the listed types of creatures: celestials, fiends, undead, aberrations, And I want to say there was a fifth one. But yeah, no fear, no possession, no third thing, period. Faye's probably the third one, yeah, or the fifth one. So I was like, I hate fear. I hate fear so much. I need this spell. Fear is one
I
of
remember when that
Dustin's-
messed with you at
in Rudy's game. Fear is
yeah.
one of Dustin's biggest handicaps.
I don't want to be scared of the ghost down in the basement.
Because I always play a character that wants to run in. If I'm not playing a support, I'm playing a tank. That's my two.
that
that's
was a
my,
sorcerer even.
He ran in. Yeah. And who else was going to run in? Well, Thordak did, but I was right behind you.
I've got.
I should have been.
Kelly was. She ran in with Armor of Agathis.
She changed that when she found out she was using Armor of Agathis wrong.
I've got to get to 15 Barbarian for Persistent Rage.
What's that?
Oh, just so you can rage.
Rage only ends if I fall unconscious or choose to end it.
Isn't there one that you can rage and?
Now you still
I'm
use your
thinking-
rages though, to perk new things.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think
Right.
the thing that you get where you get isn't there unlimited rage at level like 18 or 19?
I'll never get that.
Yeah, he'll never get that, unfortunately.
That's level 20. Wow. No, never mind. Sorry, no.
It's
No, that's not. Relentless Rage. Starting at 11th level, your rage can keep you fighting despite grievous wound. No, I don't see anything.
I thought there was one where there's no limit to your rages anymore.
Persistent rage was 15.
I don't know, but I
See me the rage
I know on
too.
the next
Maybe.
on the next game, I'm gonna make
20
sure that I
levels.
dive deeper into your world. I don't feel like we experience the world that you've created enough. I feel like we kind of just follow the path of what you have set out for us, and we really just do that every time. And I don't feel like I've fleshed out.
I feel like
my mind.
Anthony told me this before. He's like, I re-listened to the first episode and you like my opening, and I was like, y'all reached a lot of my opening. Like I've talked about the trees dying, like that was a big deal. Like I think that y'all have explored my world fine.
Yeah, Kyle, I think you're assuming that Seth has more out there in the world than there is.
I know,
He would if we ventured off.
but that's
of
true.
the-
I could make
yeah.
up more if
the
I needed
path.
to.
Well, because we already know there's two different bad things happening. There's whatever happened to the dragon, and there's whatever happened to the trees. And we've never actually ventured into that because, in my opinion, that was kind of supposed to be Orin's plot hook, and Orin's gone. So it's like now that plot hook's gone.
Well, we know,
just
though.
told him.
We know now,
I
though.
told him over and over what was going on, and he just is like, I don't believe you. I listened to that. I was like, he's like, you mentioned these books of fairy tales. I was like, no, I said that, yes, but I was explaining that what's going on is not like something out of a fairy tale or a book.
But we know now after talking
Yeah,
to the dragon that's what's going
Cesrin
on.
told y'all.
Yeah, about Night Razor and everything. So now we know. So there's not anything more to go find out about that because we know.
And the world's just dying because it's old.
I just don't feel like we force you to, we don't put you in scenarios where you're forced to make stuff up enough. And I feel like I could do it. I could do it so easy.
We're also
The higher level he gets, the harder we can make things on Seth.
well. It's also that we're very mission.
Yeah.
We're very objective oriented because none of our characters want to be doing what we're doing.
Right. Well, we also there's things on the line that our characters have an interest in. Like Giller doesn't want those little girls to get murdered in
Right.
whatever situation, which is still kind of I try to maintain pressing on his mind, even though we keep getting put in situations where we're like we can't do jack about it. And I try to play like Gillard is smart enough to know dying accomplishing a goal and only to fail doesn't accomplish anything, but keeping the goal in mind in the event that maybe you can succeed at it is something I try to keep playing. So
Yeah.
I keep trying to I want to keep him pushing forward, but at the same time, man, we'll sit there and plan and plan and plan. Then we're like execution time, and Seth's like, screw your plan.
Don't do that. I don't feel like.
You don't. It's,
we play by the book.
it's not that you do that. It's that we'll plan for 20 minutes and we just don't know how.
I actually
wrong
heard
we are.
a DM talking about this. And they're like, they said do not let your players plan because things fall apart. And that's probably a little bit of the DM's fault because like I have the encounter kind of planned, how
Well,
it's gonna be.
It's the same, but think about it though. We're it's like I said, we're rebels and we're playing.
and it also falls off the rail. They're like, you can talk about it for 20 minutes, and that's not interesting to a lot of people. Is the 20 minutes of talking about it, and then one wrinkle changes everything.
Right, but and it's also like
Except
we're.
don't let 'em do it.
Yeah, I mean, but that wouldn't be.
I think it's
wouldn't be
entertaining.
honest, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, and of course, you're going to make a plan as players to do whatever.
Right.
I always enjoy listening to y'all, and I really do not go out of my way to
No,
trust you.
it's not. No, that's not anything against you. It's like we're sitting there and we're planning. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a smear campaign against Bathory. It's like this will never work. But
there is some of that. Like y'all were like, she ran out. There was plenty of people out there, and she's in charge of the media. You know,
Right, I know.
and so like y'all were like, she died, y'all.
Any
She died, and
opportunity-
like, no, she didn't. No,
Yeah, it's like-
she definitely didn't.
Dude, I'll grasp any opportunity, even if it's a bad one. I'm like, look, it's like smear campaign away.
Well, I think I think we do that to Seth. We ruin his ideas because he's got, we're going to have an encounter here with an aboleth. No, I don't think we're going to do that. No, we're just going to do this instead.
Y'all hard-nosed that one.
Or just, I think we've gotten around stuff a couple times because like, when we smuggled the kids out, it worked. We didn't have to fight black cloaks or anything like we kind of thought we were going to have to do.
Completely planned for you. Oh yeah, you're right. I thought that y'all would be doing it at nighttime. I thought, yeah, that's how I would have done it. I'd have just went at night and opened the gates, and it would have been a stealthy mission.
Yeah.
No, I love the way that y'all got the kids out. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think we've done some things that have. And if Seth wanted to ruin it, he could have. There could have just been a black cloak down there doing a random search and finds kids.
It's like, he's off of his patrol. What you do? And he took a piss in the alley back there, and now he's off his patrol, and he showed up, and it's like, hey, how are you doing over there? And it's like, well, we're gonna kill this
See,
guy.
I mean, I wish we'd have paused that one game, actually, that same game you were talking about, and you come and told me, I don't think Quincy can make it. Let's just leave him here. And, that would have been interesting.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to.
But
they did not want to leave me
My
there.
painful thing of it was, like, I just don't know. Like, I guess you could have made a new character for 2 sessions.
Yeah.
I mean, you and AJ could get together, record a little mini, like what was going on.
That would have been fun.
That would have been.
They wouldn't have done it, but it would have been fun.
I could have just not played. I mean, I would have just come and recorded it. But I was trying to make it
boring. Like you want, and I felt bad for Tate. Two combats in a row, not doing it. He did get involved in that last one,
I mean, that's why we joked about it. At least we were at his house where he didn't have to drive.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we've all been there where we've been here and it's been not an exciting game for our characters. Doesn't mean.
I felt so bad for Cameron multiple times for like it seems like he didn't have anything to do in a game, and he's driving how many hours? Like
part of it.
Yeah.
When you got 7 people
but
in
you
a
have
campaign.
to make yourself get in. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. And saying I do that too is not getting involved. That's not. And that goes to anyone playing D&D.
That's the cool thing about D&D, like that I've heard like people talk about improv, and I don't think that we think of this as improv a lot, but it is. But like you need a good part of improv is being able to say yes and. Like
I know
you're doing that, and I want to contribute this part to it.
Right. Yeah. See, my issue is we'll be in a situation, and I'll be like, Gillard doesn't care. Gillard's just gonna go back to what he was doing. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Yeah, I know that does. I mean, I also don't mind.
But then you jumped on. You jumped. Yeah, like you were apologizing that one night because you had some dreams and you had a conversation about your backstory and stuff, and like there's no point in apologizing for that. Like you're getting some screen time and you're adding to the lore of the game.
Everybody's got
yeah. I wish y'all talked more.
Otherwise,
I wish I'd never talked.
Otherwise, it's just me and Anthony talking the whole time.
I've been enjoying Gillard and Thren working together, even though it gets me bit and cut and sliced. But it's
Quincy doesn't mind getting bit. He keeps telling Thren, Thren, it's okay.
Quincy's a masochist. Like, can you imagine? It's like we're about to go to bed, and Quincy's just like. He just starts cutting his hand, and he's like, "Take it!" And then he goes to sleep, gets his rage back, doesn't care anymore.
If I'm raging, do I leak less blood? Maybe there wouldn't even be any point in raging.
Yeah.
If I raged, I wouldn't lose any blood for him. Did we long rest?
I don't.
No.
We still haven't.
No, we finished the.
Actually,
I thought we said we were going to.
maybe some people did take some long rests in the morning.
I didn't get to the
It's
end
4
of it.
o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, the Hallow spell ended at 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
Because
but
it
we would have Did we say we were sleeping in shifts? Or something?
I don't remember.
Did Rask and Urus show back up yet?
No. Yes.
Yeah, I said they would have.
Yes, because I think Seth told. Well, I think we got confirmation that.
Yeah, all y'all were
because
together when
they explained. Because I think Seth explained that what we did to the second vampire killed her, and what they explained to us is that the other one is not dead. Is almost certainly not dead. So you didn't do it.
And you know that now.
I have thought of so many different scenarios on how to finish her, and I know what I'm going to do.
You gonna hang on to that information? Or you want to?
No, I'm going to hang on to it.
Okay.
I'm going to hang on to it because it's needed. It's needed.
Yeah, he's like, I strangle her. And so it was like, vampires don't have to breathe.
I went way too gentle. Didn't have enough passion that night, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to make up for that.
I think Giller's getting addicted to potions of growth.
And mind reading.
Dustin's addicted to potions of growth. I want a big mini now.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like Thordak, I loved it when people would cast growth on me.
Yeah.
I love Big G.
No, I think he's getting addicted. I think like he's just like I gotta get big.
It's like steroids.
Yeah.
I have 3 ideas for the next campaign of 3 different characters.
Do you want to tell us?
I might tell you like 2 of them. I'll tell you
The
3.
third one's the one he wants to play.
One's a hedge.
I'll tell you all 3 of them. No, not exactly. Let's see, the werewolf, actually. But the way I was going to do it is...
Played a vampire, need to play werewolf next, yeah.
And then he can play Frankenstein, and then
kind of.
Are you talking about Matt's class?
No. This
The
is
one
something I came up kind of with. It's not like a...
Are you talking about race werewolf, not class?
Shift. Well, class too, because of Path of the Beast in Tasha's.
Path of the Beast.
Barbarian.
So you're
Barbarian.
talking about barbarian.
Yeah, werewolf barbarian.
Because you know, there's the
what is
Matt's class?
Blood
Hunter has an actual werewolf class.
Yeah. No, this is the Shifter race. The new one in Mordenkainen's presents, what is it? Monsters of the Multiverse.
I also haven't seen the new one.
In that one, there is the Shifter race, which actually has, I think it's like 4 different versions of it. The one I always want to go with is Longtooth, which basically whenever you shift into kind of a werewolf form, you get a bite attack as a bonus action, and it lasts for 1 minute. Also, you get some temporary hit points, and then go Path of the Beast and use claws as the when you rage, you grow claws.
Oh my goodness, that would actually be really good.
You get by 5th level, you'll be able to do 4 attacks by 5th level with that class.
What's the bite attack?
The bite attack is a bonus action. The claw attacks, by 5th level, you get 3 claw attacks.
But the claw attack, the offhand claw, is a bonus action. Is there something for Barbarian?
I'm talking about like extra attack for Barbarian. You get 2 attacks, but with that particular subclass, if you choose claws, you get 1 extra one on top of that. So you get 4.
You just get 3 attacks.
I see what you're saying.
3
So,
attacks and a bonus
so if you grow 2 claws, you can make one of
3.
those as part of your attack.
Yeah, and then
That's
bonus
crazy.
action bite attack.
That's crazy.
You don't get any like extra health or anything like that, but from it. But I just thought it'd be kind of like just for
What's the damage die on it?
D6, and D6 for the bite too.
Does it get bigger like a monk?
No, like a
Does it scale? Like, does the damage from the Path of the Beast scale up?
No.
But you're raging, so it gets an additional +2.
Also, you can choose between a swinging speed and a climbing speed at 6th level, and there's some.
Can
other
you choose
stuff.
every time, or is it a single choice?
I think it's every time.
I'm a swimming werewolf. I'm a climbing werewolf.
And it scales with your movement speed too, so it's not like you just get 30 feet. You
Right.
get
The fly, the mobility items that give fly based off movement speed are superior to here's 30 feet of fly. Those suck.
The other class, or one of the other classes, is a Rune Knight fighter. That new book that Big B presents. Yeah, the.
Yeah.
That
The one with the AI art. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I hated that, but I do like some of the magic in it because there's like a bunch of different runes that you can learn if you take this background and you take a feat, or you can be a martial class, I think, too, and take the feat. You can learn runic magic and you can carve it into clothing or carve it into.
Was this
armor.
like the rune version of the artificer?
Kind of.
So an artificer and a rune knight in a party would be absolute busted.
Yeah, except for the Rune Knight is a fighter, and they don't get as much stuff. It's like all like level 1 spells.
It's they're third casters. So yeah.
It's all.
So we have Paladin.
What do you? You don't know.
Actually, I'm writing
Depends
down
on
all my
everybody else.
characters that I've been thinking of right now.
If he's a paladin, I can't be one. If he's not a paladin, paladin.
The other thing I thought about doing is a cleric, but I'm not sure which one. I really like
Twilight.
I like Twilight, but I also like Peace Domain.
So good.
Peace Domain is really cool looking too.
Yeah, Twilight I think is the
I
strongest.
like the I like the grave one too, or the
grave clerics are good. They're good
decomposition one.
healers.
That one's cool.
I heard something today. It was pretty cool. They were talking about the insect swarming ranger
Infestation.
but instead of making it just talk to your DM, and instead of it being insects, just make it an element type that you could switch around and stuff, so that you're like, instead of covered in bees, you're covered in fire or
I
ice
love
or
the
something.
flavor of a ranger. There's so many different things you can do with the rangers.
That Steel Wind Strike is a ranger skill. That,
It is?
that
It's
he
a
uses.
sweet spell.
I thought that was
Usually you don't hear about rangers casting because they have to be like 15th level to get it.
And what ranger uses a sword?
True. Yeah, that's also
Cursed.
a good point.
that one I was using. Yeah. He had that bone club. He had a bow too, but
Well, the most edgy of edgy rangers ever uses 2 scimitars. Dritz.
oh, the one from the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geralt is who I thought you were talking about.
2 scimitars.
He has a Black Panther. He's a dark elf. And he has 2.
He's a official D&D character. I think I have a mini.
You have
of
many
him.
of them,
Yeah.
Dritz.
Yeah, he has 2 magical scimitars.
I won't tell you what I'm playing, but I only have one idea for a character.
And you're not telling.
Not telling. Oh, I mean, I'll tell you when the time comes.
Oh, yeah. Keeping it secret just like the barbarian, huh?
Kind of, but that wasn't really a.
And
yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen.
I'll tell y'all what, like, we ought to, and this would be a lot of work, and we should not do it because it'd be so much work, but, like, if we wanted to kind of get serious about what we're doing, we ought to put out a Kickstarter and make a commoner's book.
Oh my gosh, that would be so bad.
It would. It'd be horrible. But, like, you get it out to some of those bigger names and you would get your name out there probably, because Kickstarter seems to just work for people. I don't know.
It wouldn't if we did it.
It might not.
The Twitch doesn't work. YouTube doesn't work.
It's impossible.
It is. It's so hard.
It just takes one.
I watched a video of a guy who was already an established Twitch and YouTube streamer, and he wanted to know how hard it was for a new up-and-comer. So he started a YouTube page using an unknown alias, brand new page, and this was with him, already famous. Just like, I wonder how many people will come to. He would say it was so difficult. And this is somebody who's been successful at it for like several years.
There's no.
It's just
And then you hear
hard.
Mr. B say, yeah, I can make any channel blow up.
Mr. Beast is full of crap.
Yeah,
You heard me.
I saw.
You ain't curing no blindness. They just have cataracts.
I saw a very similar thing. An established rapper and an established beat maker, producer guy put out a song under an alias to see if it would blow up, and it didn't do anything. And they went through all the channels because they thought they knew how they could make it go, and it didn't. I think it might be now. I think it kind of just randomly got popular, but yeah, they put out a whole video documenting the process.
It's interesting. Because you never, and then it just takes one thing, and suddenly you're big. Like, if you come up with one idea, and you could blow up.
My Hogwarts Legacy short got 1,900 views.
I was talking about that earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, and the stupid one of Seth in a motorcycle helmet got 1,400.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Well, I watched the video after I made that video, and there's like a whole thing on shorts and how to make them and like what you need to do to maintain their popularity. So for that video that I made, had I ended it right at the knight getting his ass whooped, I probably would still be getting views, possibly, because there's that dead segment where I like tried to heal him because I was screwing around when I was playing, because I was like, I didn't know if I could heal. I was like, let's try it, repair it. Nothing happened. So I was like, okay, whatever. I shouldn't have kept any of that in the video, because no one that stayed to watch that's dead time at the end of the short. And the more that happens, the less the algorithm stops recommending it to other people. So it got really popular because it got a lot of views all at once. And then after about 1,900, people stopped watching the ending enough that it stopped getting recommended, and now it doesn't get any more views at all. So it's just like a whole thing on like
It's science, dude.
Yeah, it's insane. It's a
I
lot to
hate it. The problem is I do it for us. I do it for my band. I do it for my business. I'm constantly trying to do social media stuff, and I absolutely hate it.
I hate short form content. I like doing the highlights. That's fine.
I hate all content.
There's a video you ought to watch. It was, have y'all heard of the game theory movie, film theory guys?
Yeah.
The theory channels, they have food theory, game theory.
Pixar theory? Is it those guys? Not those guys.
They might. I don't know. I think you're talking about the Super Carlin brothers.
Yeah, that's
no. This is it's called film theory, game theory. It's the same guys, and they have like 4 different channels.
Okay.
But they talk about stuff, and this dude was talking the other day. He's like, I can fix Disney, and he was talking about how like Disney needs to look at
Disney has so many problems.
Well,
they're so detached.
It's a very good video, but he's just like, they need to start thinking of it like YouTube companies are thinking, like YouTube channels are like. He's like, if you take, so he talked about their like last 5 movies, and like one of them was really good. The Guardians of the Galaxy was really good. But he's like, if you would have just released these movies in a different order, because they went stinker, 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 and then Guardians. Yep. He's like, if you'd have just moved this, and they should know if there's like, he's like, we here at our channel, we have things that we know are going to pop off. We have certain things that we know people are going to enjoy. They're going to watch it every single time, but we can't flood the market with it. So we know that. So we plan our videos months in advance. And if we have one that we're like, maybe this will be good, we're going to put it right in the middle of 2 for sure good things. So people are happy this week, and then they're going to be happy the week after. And if we have something that might not hit, they're not going to be too upset with us. And then if that hits, then we can start putting that into the plan. They're like, that is what Disney needs to start doing. They're just throwing all this money. It was a very good video. I need to share it with y'all.
They're also very detached from their audience too.
Yeah.
Highly detached.
Yeah. But it was a good video, and that's kind of like, it's so methodical about what you have to do. And I think that's what Mr. Beast talks about. He's like I could make it, but like it's certain saturations of your light levels. It's what your thumbnail has to look like. It's all these things that he spent. He's like, me and 3 other dudes spent 10,000 hours together. Like, I put in so many hours together. It was collectively 10,000 hours, and we're figuring out how to build a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's just
it's
so
a career.
Stupid though. Yeah, and that's why you can't do it with your extra time.
Right.
Can't be done.
Absolutely. Dude Perfect talked about it in their documentary. They're like, it was killing us because we all had different jobs. We were all living in different places, and then we were all having to drive like 2 hours to meet up at a point and film a video. And we're like, if we're gonna do this, we have to do this. And they quit their jobs. They talked to their wives. They quit their jobs.
At that time, they also had already had organic growth of hundreds of thousands of subscribers, though. And that's the thing, is you can't there's no...
They had a starting point.
There's nothing organic.
There's a chance that we could make it.
Point. Yeah. You can't just, like, if me and AJ quit our jobs right now.
We're not at the point right now that we could all quit our jobs.
We'd be like, Seth, if you don't support us.
See, that's the thing. Like, if we had a base, it would be a thing. You could go, let's go all in at this point. And if we all put all of our full energy, it will go. And that was the point that they were at.
It also wouldn't surprise me to find out there's also a lot of naturally occurring backers, people who are a part of the project that have a lot of money they can just throw at it, which none of us have. I know I don't. I can put time in it when I can, and there's work I can do, but I don't have money just to throw at stuff.
Well, I can tell you the only moderately successful thing that I'm a part of is my band, and it's all been completely organic because we don't do a bunch of social media crap. We have stuff that I post or do whatever. Our first album got it took forever to get any listens, and it's been like 4 years. This album that we just put out is still getting hundreds of streams a week, and there's no difference other than we've been out there that length of time.
Right.
4 or 5 years, and we play a lot of shows.
You said we're coming up on 10,000 video or listens on our podcast.
And our podcast did, for some reason, organically grow double the size literally overnight.
Well, I think that's because, like you said, we put in so many episodes. I mean, it was very smart of us to decide, hey, let's do a Say It in Common, because that's just an extra episode that we did. And then all the stuff that you've done with your family, that's just extra episodes.
Yeah.
And if we were really good about, if we could really play once a month, that's 2 things that we
were until everything that happens.
Life happens. It happens, because this is not our job.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder, and I really am not banking this, like, taking care of me, 50 years from now. I'm not. That's just a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
like,
we sell
at
and
what
say
point
common.
is it could it get to 10,000 and then jump to 20,000?
I think so.
Because the more listens, it goes further up in the algorithms, right?
That's the thing. Well, here's the deal. There are, I don't know, could be thousands. I know there's hundreds of D&D podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We are in probably the top 10% of D&D podcasts as far as listens, because people put out 4 episodes, they have no listens, and they quit. And we didn't do that. We keep putting them out. And if you have 50 listeners and you get 50 listens every time you put one out, by the time you put out 200 episodes, you've got thousands of listens, even if it's just 50 people. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's what puts you up in the algorithm. And being current, we're more current than most of the D&D podcasts. Yeah. So that's the deal, is if you hang around long enough and you keep putting out new stuff, people will find it. And that's what we do have going for us.
I've been playing D&D now for a long time. And the YouTube world has changed. There used to be, like, Taking 20 or something like that. I don't even know if he makes videos anymore. There was one dude who was Dawnforge Cast. He got canceled.
Dude, I like Dudes.
See, I've never even watched Dungeon Dudes. That seems like a kind of a newer thing. I watched that one video you sent, and you never answered. What kind of DM am I? What class am I? But there's this one dude, like Triet Monk. I like him. He's a pretty big one. D4. Have y'all seen any of his stuff?
There's a bunch of them. I've seen D4s, D6s, D10s, and D20s.
D4, he just makes builds. Like, that's all he does. He makes.
That's the one you sent me that we liked, right? That was awesome. Yeah. Would love to do a 2-man campaign. Yeah.
What's up, guys? There's just like all kinds like that. The YouTube creator world has changed so much since I was starting. It's kind of wild.
Y'all can squeeze together.
And then you got Critical Role. I mean, they are the god. They're on the top of the level. Like,
and they're basically leaving D&D officials.
I think it's gonna fail them. It's a D12 system, a double D12 system.
Wait, are you talking about Candle
Daggerheart?
Oh, see, I haven't seen Daggerheart.
I think it's a double D12 system.
Candle Obscure is a D6 system. That's not their official platform. The official one I have not heard anything about.
I think it's called Daggerheart, and I think it's a D12 system.
That doesn't sound. They're making 2.
I think it's gonna fail.
They're making 2 systems,
but they might be big enough that it won't. I don't know.
They're probably big enough that it won't.
I listened to them answering some questions the other day, and they're kind of that. Like, they all had their own things, and I guess some of them still have it. But like,
no, they do.
Travis now is the CEO of Critical Role. Yeah. Marisha is like, she's big up in there.
She's a producer.
I think Laura is just too big of a voice actor to stop.
Travis is too.
Yeah,
they do so much work. I can watch enough animated stuff like I do, and I'll be like, that's Laura.
Yeah,
that's Travis. Yeah. That is Liam, because he has a great voice. I was watching Marvel. I just got Disney Plus for free through Verizon, and I have it at least until December. So I've been enjoying the crap out of it. And I was watching Avengers Assemble, and Liam does the Skull, Red Skull's voice. I was like, man, he has a good German accent. He has a good, like, evil German accent. Mm-hmm. Liam's voice is great. I don't hear Sam ever, and every now and then,
I think he's in the directing sphere now mostly.
Right, and every now and then Matt will pop in, and he'll be like a big bad or something.
Yeah. But Laura, I think, is the most famous of them all. I think.
Oh, for sure. Well, she was Serana.
Who?
In Skyrim.
In Skyrim.
Oh.
Vampire.
She was big in.
I mean, she didn't change her name when she got
the
married.
Last.
She was Last of Us too. Yeah.
Speaking of Matt Mercer, he's actually in Baldur's Gate as Minsk.
I bet they're all in Baldur's Gate.
And maybe I just know that, like, he's playing Minsk in particular.
Yeah.
So cool.
Wait, was Laura was in Last of Us, or I thought Ashley Johnson was.
Ashley Johnson was the main girl, but in The Last of Us Part 2, Laura was the bad chick.
I hadn't played.
I think you actually played as her too, though, right?
Oh yeah, Abby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura's been in a bunch of stuff.
Laura was in. She was big in the Nathan Drake series. Yeah, I think she's the biggest voice actor.
I can always tell, especially her, Travis, and Matt's voice. I can always spot. Oh, and Liam's. I can spot all their voices. Now, Taliesin, I never hear either.
I don't know.
I don't know how much.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know what he does.
Yeah.
I think he was like the main antagonist in that Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire or whatever.
Oh, I think they all did Deadfire. Yeah. It sponsored Critical Role during season 2.
Anyway, what were we saying about?
We were just talking about the grind.
The grind is real.
Well, I was just gonna say like, probably a year ago we had like between 30 and 50 listeners or something. We got like 150 now. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was exponential. All of a sudden. I say we had that many listeners. I don't know. I know
Still
that.
won't reach out to us.
I know that
But Seth is 6 of them.
when we put up.
I listen to the campaign a lot.
Well, when we put up an episode, like when we put up the next campaign episode, because Satan Common does about half what the rest of it does. When we put up the campaign episode, it'll have 100 listens in a week, and then it'll go up from there. So there's probably at least 100 people that are caught up and listening, and the most listened to episode is episode 1 all the time.
That's cool.
But I don't
People are
know.
giving
I don't
us a
know how
try,
often they stay with
you know?
it. But yeah, but it's because we're getting up there in the algorithm now because we're one of the higher listen counts, and I think 10,000 will be a big one for us.
That would be.
That's a lot of listens for a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next step is what number are you looking for after 10,000? 50 or 100?
Just doubling from here on
Oh,
out.
I don't know what would feel big after 10, and I don't know that 10's gonna be like, oh yeah, now we've got 500 listeners just because we have 10,000. But I think it would be a big mile. I think it would do something. Probably 20. I'd like to see how quick we got to 20 after we got 10.
What's the number on the first episode right now?
I have no idea. So I mean, it's hundreds of listens.
It's awesome though.
I just wish we were better role players back then.
We were.
I know.
But
I think we improved.
I think we figured it out in 4 episode 4 sounds good. Good role play.
You apologize in like the second episode. Like this was not a good.
Well,
but like I just listened to the whole campaign and like that first episode. Well, no, I guess it's. Does people listen to the Session Zero very much? I think it's the Session Zero. We got Cameron talking into a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Session Zero. No, I wasn't talking into a phone. I was talking into my headset.
Okay.
Either way, it wasn't recorded well.
It was.
And then it was obvious after the first episode.
This is our story.
After
Also in the Session Zero, when you had Jax first introduced to me,
Yeah.
I think I just talked in my normal voice.
well, I figured out after like mixing the first episode, I was like, this isn't gonna work.
And it helps that we're always in different rooms.
Yeah, this room's really good. Anthony's house is really good. Your house is an echo
Well, we have to
chamber.
turn that off, or is the fan okay?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention. It's fine. It's
wanna
gonna
say-
get
I
hot
feel
in here
bad
without it.
because my wife and my kid severely and Tate's kid, like I it don't bother me, but like I hate it for listeners.
Your kid like screaming in the background.
Yeah.
There's just been a couple episodes that happened.
Yeah. And it doesn't bother me
I'm
because
surprised Cynthia hasn't showed up today. And she has called you.
She's called me 3 times. She said I will not call again unless it's an emergency. So
Okay.
well, I'll believe it when I see it. But she's
That
not
means-
coming here.
That means if she calls, he's going.
Brianna tried to get her to come here. I was like, I don't want y'all to do that.
It's just like Cynthia always. She hates it when we play at your house, but she always ends up wherever we.
Every time.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
It's like you sure do hate D&D. You're always here.
She's our number one.
Next time she shows up, just have her character sheet ready.
You don't want Emberlyn is like Maverick's cute, you know. He'll like talk. Emberlyn would just scream the whole time. Oh yeah, I had a kid, y'all.
Which is why it's been so long.
Well,
No, I take
It's my fault.
July was
no,
my
that's
fault.
true. That's true.
it's me.
July was
It
my
will
fault.
always be me
Yeah.
from henceforth.
Nah, you can get married here in a month or two.
Yeah, a
and
month or two,
yeah. And
Oh, you're engaged?
No.
but she popped by the stream and let him know.
what did she say on the stream? I'm
Look at that cutie in the top corner.
She always has to pop in and say something. Usually it's on my stream though, luckily, so nobody sees it but me. But then when she
That's
gets
not
on-
true. That means it pops up on your
I
PlayStation.
muted it.
You turned that
turned it
off.
Yeah, well, it was because bots would pop in there and say, "Oh, artwork for your stream" or whatever, and it takes up half the screen because it's such a big message.
For a low cost, we'll get you streaming good.
Yeah, like get that crap off my screen while I'm trying to stream.
I'll just I'll hear it and I'll freeze, and then when it'll be done, I'll be like, "AJ, did you get that?" And he'll be like, "What? Nothing." Because usually they'll roll through Twitch and hit everybody.
Yeah, hit all
Because
of our
usually
streams.
it'll hit me, it'll hit AJ, then it'll hit commoners
Yeah.
later on, and it'll pop up big old block of text.
But yeah, I don't even look at. I watch our stream manager on my tablet in front of me, so I can see if people are chatting on that. But I don't even pay attention to my own streams. If people are saying something, I don't.
Dude, we
see.
streamed a whole night muted. I felt like crap.
We've all done in something like
Oh,
that.
I was able to fix it for the YouTube upload, but Sarge didn't show up that night, needless to say.
Yeah, otherwise we would have known.
I would have
There must
known.
not have been anybody watching.
No, but if anyone watches the YouTube, though, I was able to pull the audio from my stream. It's because we have a lot of redundancy going on. I could grab AJ's, I can grab mine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk Malachi into streaming because I think he's actually pretty good at what he does at Dead by Daylight. So, hey, that'll take the focus off of me getting killed in 4.3 seconds. I'm like, there's the killer, dead. Oh, it's okay. I only tripped on a bush.
I broke the fall with my neck.
I heard Tyrell. Somehow he conveniently knows.
Convenient hook.
Yeah, it's always a convenient.
How does he know where I am?
I really, some of the times I don't get how they know where you are.
Malachi will pleasantly remind us, hey guys, I have the thing that makes the distance of the hooks further apart. Well, Tyrell's like, well, this one's right behind me, so.
Convenient hook. Oh boy, let's shut this thing down. Anthony says he's going to be late, but that's all we're waiting on at this point.
We have no food. We might need to order something.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. Okay,
Our food has been taken from us.
Go check out all the stuff, all the social medias.
Yeah.
And YouTube for sure.
Stop by, check out our YouTube channel. We got a bunch of content on there. Stuff drops every day, except for the days we stream on Mondays and Fridays on Twitch. That's a thing.
And Tiger Skull RPG, Commoners 30 for 30% off everything in the store. Yeah. And also check out the Kickstarter for the Scattered Remains. It's really, really cool. It's like 1 billion different skeleton poses. So,
dude, we could use some skeleton poses in this.
Dude, are we gonna do a Halloween game?
Oh, we totally should.
We can't even get together once a month. I don't know how we're gonna do an extra one.
Well, you need to leave your girlfriend, AJ. I really don't know.
That's not even the problem.
We can't